everybody, welcome. I missed you. I hope you're excited for this really cool indie horror game. I've been looking at Steam for demos before I commit to buying a full game. How are you all doing today? I've been super busy. So Papa Roars got a tooth taken out. One, specifying it was just one tooth. So I went to the grocery store to buy some pudding, applesauce, soup, anything soft so he could enjoy eating a meal. Because when you pull out a tooth or have it removed, let's say a cavity, it exposes the nerves, so you have to alter your diet temporarily for a week. So if you get your tooth pulled out, it doesn't really matter how old you are. You could be like you're really old or really young, and you still have to make sure you take caution and eat something soft so you don't jam, like, let's say, a Dorito into your exposed gum nerves in your mouth, like mouth gum. Imagine eating a nacho chip and ignoring the dentist or the orthodontist. There's like two different. A dentist will clean your teeth, but an orthodontist could be someone who's like putting braces in your mouth or removing braces. Yeah, you should never ignore their warnings. Like, hey, I know you mentioned you really like, it's Taco Tuesday, but you can't eat tacos, buddy. And they're like, because if you see here in this diagram, I just pulled out a tooth, which means your gum and your nerves are exposed and need time to heal. And your face is like full of gauze and like little white fluffy marshmallows. Yeah, so I went to the store, I got some groceries. On top of that, there was traffic. By the time I got home, I was a hot mess, and I thought, you know what? I need to push stream back a little bit so I could come back online in a better, refreshed mood. Long day of work. I hope your day of work wasn't hot. I was sweating my I was sweating my balls off today. It was intense. See if I can find Noodle. Noodle! There she is. She's so sneaky and quiet. You stinky baby. Oops. So today's game is gonna be an indie psychological horror game. I hope you guys are excited for it. I am. It's been a while since I voiced characters. I think playing Pal World on and offline, I'm a little tuckered out of Pal World, which is a shocker to me because I love it. Welcome! Gonna do a roll call. Sup, Dark Buddy, Ninja Dragon, 1379, Nator Green, Evie, PK. Welcome, guys. Yeah, I was muted for a minute. Oh my goodness. Hello, Rachel. I know, I'm so ready for fall. I'd rather freeze my balls off than sweat my balls off. I don't even have balls. But you know the expression. I'm trying to be humorous because, honestly, hot weather makes me feel hot-tempered. I don't know about you, but I feel like my patience is so thin when it's hot. It's like 100 degrees. I promise you, no Texan is in a good mood when it's 100 degrees. Plus, where I live, Texas is like dry heat. It's not even humid. It's not like going to Hawaii where it's like humid, for example, a tropical environment, or like the Philippines or Malaysia or Vietnam. They can have humid tropical climate because they're by the coast. So think of California. I bet California gets humid. I know Florida does. Ugh. I can do dry heat where I have to moisturize, but I cannot do humid heat. I feel like in humid heat, I get breakouts and I get blisters because you have to do the opposite. You have to use facial facials that don't moisturize. You gotta use facials that kind of like lightly moisturize. If not, you're gonna get like weird rashes all over your face. People don't think about that when they travel. They should. I'm gonna say that from the perspective as a woman. Women will change their facial routine when they travel. Not all women. Some women don't ask the question like, what is the weather gonna be like? Is it dry? Is it humid? Is it clammy? Is it cold? That can really interfere with your, I think they call it, I don't know if it's, let me see real quick, pH, HP, I think pH balance, face, skin. Yeah, it's called Healthy Face Skin, Natural pH. But what does pH mean? What do you mean by pH? Explain, what does pH mean? I hear that all the time. pH means, we're all learning together, pH, the measure of how acid or alkaline your skin is on a scale from 0 to 14. A healthy face skin pH is slightly acidic, usually falling between 4.5 and 5.75, which protects your face. Oh my gosh, I still had Google Maps in the background. Oh my goodness, oh my goodness, oh my goodness. That's how chaotic this afternoon has been. I was like, okay, go to the store, traffic. And then it's so hot, like my face is burning. And it's just the sun, you know, like peering into your car window. And I'm like sizzling, even with the AC on blast. Like my skin is burning. Okay, this is gonna sound so goofy. When it's not windy, I take out my umbrella and I shield myself from the sun. Not because I'm afraid to get a tan. I could care less about a tan. I just don't want to burn. There's a difference between a tan and a burn. A tan is like a slow exposure to sun, the heat wave. Not necessarily the heat wave, but it's like a safe exposure to sun. But you'll burn if the ozone layer that day is like super thin. You got like some heightened sun rays. You got the sun using a magnifier glass, so to speak, kind of visual aid, and it's just like extra strong. It's like the weather right now is not normal. It really isn't. It's like extreme sizzle. Like I will bake in the sun. Like I tan, I do. That's the best thing about, I think I have like an olive complexion. Right now my skin's kind of like a burnt olive. Let's go! We have a few humid feet prefers. Humid heat, says PK. Ninja Dragon says, I prefer humid heat over dry heat. I'd rather suffocate in dry heat and be forced to drink water, because that's how dry it gets. Think about the movie Rango. Rango's such a cool movie. It came out in, I think, when I was 11 years old. Rango's so good. It's where, like, he's in the dry desert. Rango movie. Rango, like Ranger. Yeah, I was 12 years old. It came out in 2011. It's one of the characters is voiced by Johnny Depp, and his name is Rango. He's like the protagonist. Yo, muertos! What's up? We're Scribbler. Hello, Scribbler. Oh my gosh. What's up, guys? We're talking about the weather. Please hydrate. Even if the weather's humid, hydrate. I feel like humid weather is very... Humid weather's a trickster. At least with dry heat, you know to hydrate. But in humid weather, it's like you probably forget because you're constantly like soaked. I don't tan, I just burn, says Ninja Dragon. Ninja Dragon, you're about to become Fire Dragon. You'll be burning the sun. Oh, it sounds so silly. I love you, sun. But I want winter. I want fall. I want cold breeze. Nature Green says someone online was accusing me. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm reading it. I'm sorry, Nature Green. Yeah, people can tan. Oh no, Nature Green. Actually, a lot of my relatives, because we are, you know, Latinas and Latinos, we can be super light complected, and then some of us can like tan or just naturally have like a darker pigment. Of like, sometimes it's like a dark red pigment. Think of a pinto bean, like that kind of dark red color. And some of us kind of have like, we're just all shades of colors, honestly. That's the best thing about being Hispanic. Then there's like Latina Latinos. Because honestly, we're kind of just very multicultural, given the history with the Spanish. And then I would say, like Cinco de Mayo, Mexico's Independence Day, every year we would do Cinco de Mayo dances. That's right. Your girl Ruby was wearing the traditional Mexican dress, and my hair was in a tight bun, and we were dancing with these long skirts, bright colors. Because think of the culturally, Mexico's very bright in colors. It just gives a really nice mood. You got your turquoise, bright yellows, bright pinks. You got rojo, you got this nice red, blues, greens. And I would dance every year till I was in 8th grade. I would be dancing in Cinco de Mayo, like a little parade for our school. So they at least allowed us to culturally have and celebrate different holidays, especially Mexican holidays. Because, I mean, give or take, we're right by the border, guys. Texas is like the state right by the border. So it's influenced by traditions. And Texas, California, New Mexico was once a part of Mexico. So some people forget that and they're like, wait a minute, really? And I'm like, yeah. So it just depends on your school. I would say it was like a mixed Hispanic school. Primarily Hispanic, I would say. But like, think about Americanized Hispanic. So it's like not everybody spoke or speaks fluent Spanish. It's like a mixture of both. Because if you think about it, in school they're teaching you in English. But we at least got to celebrate our heritage, which was nice. So we don't forget where we come from. But you have to also think like Texas became, you know, part of the US. However, Tejas, Texas, still is, and was for a brief period in history, its own country. Almost. They don't like to say that in the history books. But if Texas wanted to rebel, it could. And we would be fine. We could become our own little country. If we wanted to. So if you ever go to Texas, or you live in Texas, you're gonna see that we proudly have the Texas flag everywhere. Right next to the US flag, they're right side by side. That's how proud we are. We're very prideful. That's a true Texan. Texas pride is different than the other southern states. We are, though. It's like, yeah, America, but it's like Texas! Texas first. If we wanted to rebel against the country, like the huge, like we could. We'd be fine. Completely operational. It was but Santa Ana and Tyrants is Nature Green. Ain't Arizona a part of that? Arizona's also nearby. I would say like the border. Yeah, you gotta include Arizona. Let me see. California, New Mexico. Let me see that real quick. Let me look at the US map. Yes! I forgot about you, Arizona. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Texas is so huge. We're huge. Yeah, Arizona, like the border of Arizona. Like just about, but Texas for sure. That territory was Mexico's, and then The US was like, I want that territory. And Mexico's like, sure, have it. We don't want to fight you for it. We just got our independence. We're not going to fight you for it. I think after all that historical war, bloodshed, and tears, Mexico was like, okay. It was this mutual thing, honestly. Because I swear you're missing a state, says Ninja Dragon. That's it. California, then you got your little Arizona, then you got Mexico, New Mexico, then you got Texas. That's it. That's all it was. Sorry, Florida. Can't count you in. You're too far away. You're too far away. Montana's effing big as well. It's like Texas, says Ninja Dragon. I have never been to Montana. There are some huge states up north. I'm about to grab Noodle. Noodle! Don't want you being a pee-pee baby. Have my back turned, talking to you guys, and Noodle just little Papa Squat pee-pee girl. Stinky. Let me see this US map. Where are you, Montana? I gotta find you. Damn, girl, you big! Montana would be a she. It's in the name, Montana. Montana sounds like your cousin. I can imagine somebody naming their child after Montana. At least. Like, that's the one state, at least on the list here, I could see someone being like, oh yeah, my cousin Montana. So it sounds so southern. Dakota could also be someone's name. Hold on a second. Papa Roars is being a smart butt. He's like popping in, eavesdropping on our conversation. He's like, it's up north. Of course it's up north. Oh my goodness. He's over there laughing now. He didn't hear the whole conversation. Now he's... No! Papa Roars is eavesdropping always. So you guys can't get away with nothing. You can't be too pervy. Papa Roars will find out. Oh no, that would be so awkward. That's what happens when you live with your parents. They know about everything. So hard to get a boyfriend. I mean, Hannah exists. Evie says, for me, New York, Connecticut, Pennsylvania, Maryland, Delaware, West Virginia, Virginia, Georgia, and all the way to Texas. Ninja Dragon says, yeah, there's some locals with last names like that, and there's names like Hannah Montana. Oh my gosh, I remember Hannah Montana. Such a great show. Cute. And, you know, it was so innocent. I have to admire Disney. I mean, sure, their childhood stars grew up and expressed their childhood trauma working on the set of Disney. I'm sure it was no brainer. I'm sure it was... There were some emotional and stressful times for them because they're expected to perform and give up their childhood. That's the thing about being a childhood actor or actress. There's actor and actress. Actor for like male, and then actress for like a female. The way it references. Papa Roar is about to pop up in chat. I wouldn't be surprised he rolled up in here. And that's what he would say. He's like, I'm rolled up in there. And I'm like, geez, Dad. Chill. Chill, Dad. Chill. Chill. Let me live. Let me breathe. This is my space. Go away. It's my personal space. No lookies. Man, never share your channel with family. And never share it at work. Ever. I will never tell my coworkers, knock on wood, I will never tell my coworkers that I do this for fun. They will judge me. I heard the Hannah Montana reunion didn't have a lot of cast as muertos. It had to probably do with money related, like to hire people back. People don't look the way they did years ago. I did hear about the reunion. Nature Green says, what is he going to do? Call the cyber police? Is there such a thing? At least not right now. I can see that happening in the future when we have cyberpunk techwear embedded in our bodies. I mean, there's a pacemaker. That's got to be considered techwear to a degree, right? Like, if you think about it. I think that's the closest we got right now. Like a pacemaker? Is that not, like, high-tech? And doggies over here smelling each other's butts, little stinkies. Oh my god, I'm surrounded by dogs! I'm surprised I never wanted to be like a dog VTuber. I'm over here in Dog City, got dogs barking and howling every day. But I specifically chose to live in a pet apartment because I have pets. I got fur babies. It says, Dark Betty says, Mexico was very close to being annexed during the Mexican-American War. In the end, we only took Texas. I know, poor Mexico. Mexico can't get a break. China came in, the Spanish came in, even the French. China, then France, then the Spanish. There was like 3 times Mexico got conquered. They just love our women, I guess. They're like, ooh, look at that nice native. Look at that fine native woman. Damn. Get me some of that, honestly. Sometimes it worked out, sometimes it didn't. Yeah, they loved our women. A bit too much. We all know the story of Pocahontas. Such a tragic story. She is so tragic. Man. Her parents thought they were giving her a better future, having her marry John Smith. But she was like 13 or 12 years old. That's the one fact detail Disney decided not to disclose in their Disney movie Pocahontas. And that's just one of the most tragic stories. Like, it didn't have a good ending. She did go to England, but she was like 14 or 15 years old. And then the English, I believe I can't remember if she went to a duchess. I think Bailey Sarian actually talks about the true story of Pocahontas. She talks about it briefly. It wasn't romantic at all. She was a kid. They actually kidnapped her, it says. They tricked and kidnapped Pocahontas to use her as a hostage against her father in 1613. They say she was roughly 17. She was a freaking kid, man. This is dark. During her captivity, she was forced to convert to Christianity, baptized, and renamed Rebecca, and taught English customs. Remember, this was the 1600s. So all those people are dead now. There should be no hate, but it wouldn't surprise me if people, culturally, that were affected do still have some, resentment to how things played out in history. I wouldn't say resentment could be formed, one way or another. How it affected people's way of life, their family, their lineage. She married a tobacco farmer named John Ralph, as he wasn't a Smith, 1614, a union that temporarily brought a tense peace between the colonists and the Powhatan people. So that was her, Powhatan was where she was from, her clan. They had a son named Thomas. The family traveled to England in 1616, where colonizers presented her as a civilized savage. They said savage so they could take over the land. If they said civilized people, then they wouldn't have had a reason to colonize. They had to make up an excuse. The people living here were already fine. Probably more cleaner than the colonizers. They actually already had, think about the Romans, the natives here already had a system for bathing. They had sewage systems. That's the part of history you don't hear about. They actually had a working civilization. and were a lot more cleaner than when the colonizers came over. At least they do touch upon those facts. Like, did they have running water? They did. They did. Embissoson did until they got their houses burned down. It's horrible. History's so dark. But you can't really throw that hate around. That's history. History is a dark place. While preparing to sail back to Virginia in 1617, damn, this girl was ready to go home. She got to England in 1616, wanted to return in 1617. She fell violently ill due to pneumonia and tuberculosis and died about the age of 21 in Gravesend, England. What a short life. That's so sad. It says... Hello, Xavier Martinez. Welcome, welcome. What else says, I'm from a dry state, so I prefer that, but the humidity in Houston was okay. Ugh. Houston. Ugh. Houston's, it's not what it used to be. I think it was after there was a hurricane off the coast for Louisiana and Florida. Was it? A lot of people went to Houston after a huge hurricane, and it was never the same again. It's like overpopulated. That's where a lot of teenagers during summer break were suspected of getting STDs because they just don't use condoms, don't have protective activities. I heard about that too in Houston. So if you ever go to Houston, don't swing your ding-a-ling around or your coochie around, because that's where people... It's just a place where people go to have a great time, but they're kind of careless and reckless. At least it was depicting the ages of 15 to 25 were getting STDs in Houston. That after they left Houston, whether it was to a trip, because it's by the coast, where they go to the beach and stuff. Yeah, so just be careful. That's something you know if you talk to people. It's a little rough out there. Beautiful place, nice people, but you get a lot more than what you're asking for. Not the place I'd want to meet and greet and date anybody. It's like speed run for STDs. Well, they did decapitate 100 people to the sky gods every year. And that depends on the culture. I think that's what really started the whole idea that they were savages. They were just people. They were just people with a different culture and just different customs. Europe is not shy away from gruesome events either. Anybody ever hear of the catacombs? Some dark stuff happens in Europe too. Doggies. Yeah, Europe. What about the whole thing where people were eating babies in Europe as a delicacy? That took place, and here people are being called savages. There's a big debate on that. We don't have to get into that, but I'm gonna look up Europe eating babies. The association between Europe and eating babies refers to the Swiss-German child eater fountain, a famous unsettling 16th century statue located in Berlin, Switzerland. So not necessarily England, but Europe. Europe has some dark history. Alright, doggies, get away from the window. Built around 1545 and 1546. Sculptor Hans Gyang. The monument depicts a giant ogre devouring a naked baby while holding a sack filled with more children. The historical theories behind the statue. Historians are not entirely certain why the statue was built, but several prominent theories exist. The medieval boogeyman. The most widely accepted theory is that the statue served as a terrifying visual warning to scare local children into behaving. It may represent a folklore figure, while Krampus or Fastnacht, carnival ogre. Then it goes into Greek mythology. The figure might represent Cronus, Saturn, the Greek titan, who famously devoured his own children to prevent them from overthrowing his throne. Makes me think of Zeus. Zeus overthrew his own father because his father kept eating his siblings or ate his siblings. but Zeus was spared by his mother. So Zeus went up to his father, cut his belly, and saved his brothers and sister. So you think of the water, you think of, what's his name? The god of the ocean. There's Hades, the god of the underworld. Then Zeus's other brother was... Zeus's brothers, let me see. Zeus actually married and had children with his sister. Poseidon, Hades, Hera, and Demeter and Hestia. Yeah, Zeus married his sister. He married Hera and Demeter, she's female. Demeter and Zeus gave birth to Persephone, and Persephone is his daughter, and Persephone gets married to his brother Hades. Ugh. Marrying your uncle, I can see why she was angry. Hera and Zeus have Ares. Oh gosh, dogs. Dogs! YouTube was being a pain and didn't want to send messages, so I'm just here on Twitch. No, that's fine, Ninja Dragon. Whatito says, I know about a person who wrote about eating babies because of a famine that was happening and was mad that the government was not doing anything about it. That's scary. Eating babies is awful. It's a horrible visualization. This is getting to a dark topic. I'm gonna hide underneath the desk now. That's scary. Eating babies? I get that history happens and there's like starvation and famine. People would sell their babies knowing they would be eaten. It's like that kind of dark history. Heb, Ares, and Ethylenia. I wish the visual aid graphics was better quality. Yeah, Ethylenia had 3 daughters. Kronos and Rhea. Kronos was the god who ate his children, and Rhea was the one who saved her son Zeus, and Zeus killed his father to save his brother Poseidon, brother Hades, sister Hestia, sister Hera, and sister Demeter. So he had 3 sisters and 2 brothers. It says... Guessing you're talking about hookup culture in your area and that stuff, says Ninja Dragon. Yeah. Don't hook up in Houston unless you want an STD. They don't practice safe sex there. I'm just gonna be brutally honest. I'm gonna be blunt and honest. They don't practice safe sex between the ages of 15 and 25. You're gonna get an STD. I'm sorry. I just gotta be brutal with you. If you want to hook up, not Houston, okay? And don't get mad when I told you so. The Red Redemption era, Scribbler. Yes, the Red Dead Redemption era. Dark Buddy says, the lifestyle was much less clustered together than in Europe. I saw a whole video explaining why diseases was so prevalent in cities and not in tribal groups. Yeah, because they were constantly traveling. So if the dead died, they were like nomadic herders. Nomadic herders means that people, a group of people, will settle down, then move and relocate periodically throughout the year. And they would move to different locations, traveling back the same path that their ancestors were taking, and they would take their herds with them. So when their relative died of a disease, they would just simply get up and then relocate. And that's how they kept each other alive, because they were constantly moving around. So like if the dead had a illness, they would just bury them. And if you look at like historical photos, they would actually bury the dead above ground, and they would kind of lift up the dead for the buzzards to eat and for the body to naturally decompose, so that way the body wouldn't be dragged around by a coyote, a mountain lion, or a cougar. And they wanted the dead to like naturally deteriorate on this elevated platform, is the best way to explain it. It's like these thick sticks of wood, and they're like kind of... Think of a casket, but open casket, where they're kind of wrapped in bundles, secured in their favorite jewelry or beads, or like different tokens and warm furs. And they would just kind of let their relatives sit there on this elevated platform. And then over time, their body would decompose and fall to the ground, but they just didn't want their relative to be dragged around by some wild animal. I'm sure birds pecked at the body, you know, wrapped in these bundle of furs and stuff like that, because that's what they had as clothing. Hides of animals and stuff. Well, they did depict, let's see. Squeaky background noise, says PK. Yeah, the dogs are playing with toys. Evie says, one of my followers, when I went on her stream, she sort of doxed one of my jobs because she lives in a certain state where the restaurant originally is at. Even Alice knows where I work. I'm sorry, Evie. I'm sorry you got doxed. That's hard. You gotta make sure before you collab with people that you have this respectful professional boundary that won't expose you to having people knowing where you live, where you work. I feel like it's easy to slip up. Even, how do I put it? I want to say Connor VA, he's had his moments where he accidentally exposed one of his mutual friends' name live, not Iron Mouse, because I know Sea Dog VA and Iron Mouse, they stream a lot together, really good friends. I think it was somebody else. So it happens. Even those big top streamers, content creators. I'm trying to catch up. There's so much I'm missing. 15 is too young for me, says Nature Green. No STD for me. Yeah, you just gotta talk to people, learn from people. It's not that Houston's a bad place to visit. It's just not a safe place to hook up. You got a lot of careless drifters in and out of there. It's not the people that live there, it's the people that visit. Evie says, well, I'll be careful on that. You guys are gonna be, what, hooking up and stuff? I mean... such an awkward conversation. It says... oh my goodness. It's Twitch. Twitch Y! Ninja Dragon. The grass is not greener on the other side. It's full of STDs. Don't worry, I hate hookup culture with a passion. If anything, I cannot in the hell for all I care. Nature 17 is too young for me, and 20 is preferring someone who's 18 or older. Yeah, the correct answer is it should be someone in their 20s. I think someone who's 20 and up is probably the best bet. You don't want to deal with someone who's like that young. And I think just for the sake of steering clear... oh gosh, dogs. Steering clear of dating anybody, my preference is probably my age or older. I don't think I would want to date anybody younger than me. Only because I feel like men especially should allow, just men and women in general, should allow themselves to date, have experiences, but I feel like if you're that young, you're inexperienced, and I think I'm looking for a more experienced person. It would be nice to date someone who's like just started dating, but more than likely I'm looking for something more long-term and not short-term. I'm kind of past the age of short-term dating. I'm almost 30, so that's a big, you know, in bold letters. I probably don't want to hook up and mess around because at this point, I'm not looking... I'm not looking for trouble. I'm looking for something secure, something that brings security. That's why I wouldn't date anybody any, younger than my age. I'm 27. I don't want to date no right out of high school. That's just it kind of turns my stomach. It just gives me an icky feeling because there's some people who are very predatory and like to date inexperienced individuals. Not to say that high schoolers are inexperienced, but they just came out of high school, right? So they still have a future ahead of them, and I think it's just they need to find themselves, is what I'm trying to say. Experiences, find yourself, figure out who you are. I think by the time you're 25, you have a good idea what kind of person you are. I think you're very impressionable when you're right out of high school, 18, 19, even 20. That's I think that individual needs to focus on themselves. You do not need to be putting yourselves in situations or dating somebody who's way too old for you. Date someone your age. Date someone who is or maybe as inexperienced as you are. Because you could end up having the most beautiful relationship, even if it's not gonna last. Let's say you date this person who's also like dated as many people as you have. It's really hard to give or take how many people you would date in high school. Some people are like dating 50 people, 20 people, but I feel like if you're coming out of high school, you probably dated like 10 people at best, like at most, or more. I could be wrong. Hooking up is different than dating. Dating is actually, like, that involves, hey, I dated this person for 5 months. And, like, think about it. It's 4 years of high school. How many people can you date in 4 years? And I feel like that's a different question and a different answer. Who you hook up with is not dating. You hooked up, that's it. And I think the misconception of hooking up and dating being the same thing is incorrect. Dating is actually going places, having experiences, creating experiences, going to the movies, going to the fair, traveling, going to an anime convention. Actually spending time together is dating, not hooking up and slapping meat together. So brutal. I'm giving a nice visual aid. That's like, yeah, that's hooking up. That's not dating. Oh god. The dog is playing with the cat. One for me says Ninja Dragon, and it was high school only. It was like a year and a half-ish. Yeah, that's dating. That's dating, guys. Dating to me is when you're together for... Oh gosh, my dogs are making a mess. Oh, goodness. They're just bumping into stuff. This is what I get for letting you into my room. They're gonna make a mess. Tornado babies. I need some in the same stage of life, not high school or divorce with kids. Yeah, that's a good way to look at it. Date someone who's in a similar position in life. I don't want to date someone with children, just not my preference. I don't want to have to be the mother that their children may or may not have. You can't really assume because it's hypothetical. That kind of scenario is hypothetical. Some people prefer someone with children. I think that's kind of creepy. It's not creepy to want to be a father or a mother, but it's creepy when you only date people with children. It just gives me the ick vibes. If you want children, let's say you can have children, date somebody and have your own children. I feel like parents with kids, that's a very messy situation. And I say that coming from a mixed family. My parents had kids before they got together. You know, me sharing with you. And that's what made my parents' marriage a living nightmare, because they both had, you know, one of them had a baby daddy, one of them had a baby mama. They had to pay child support. It can get really complicated and icky. So I come from a mixed family. Yeah, that's right. I said it. And growing up, it didn't feel like a mixed family because outsiders saw it as a mixed family. But if you're from the inside, that's just your everyday life. That's just your family. That's just normal. That's your normal. It's not everybody's normal. So everybody's normal is different. And that was my normal. To me, it was normal to hear about my older sister's dad or to hear about my older brother's mother. And we share the same, we share the same mom and dad, but they still had the previous relationships where you still have to talk to them. I don't recommend it. I think sometimes having traditional values and a traditional marriage is probably the healthiest relationship and less toxic relationship you can have. Not to say that I think, I look at my life as you learn from your parents. And it ended in divorce. So I don't know how. Not for everybody. Some people, they know how to make it work, and other people don't. If you have a kid, don't rush into a relationship. Focus on you and your kid. And I say that because I think Mama Roars was always in a relationship. She never took the time to heal. So I learned from my mother, if you have heartbreak, give yourself time to heal. Because if you don't, the wound is still fresh and you're entering into another relationship. You end up marrying that other person, and you still have growth and maturity and reflection. That journey never started, and you can never get that sense of peace with yourself over your experiences, how you felt, processing those emotions and heartbreak. If you don't give yourself that opportunity, you're gonna be miserable no matter what relationship you're in. And that's what I learned from Mama Roars. And that she just hasn't, even now, she's constantly with someone. She can't be by herself. And it's really sad to me because I really think she's just, that's how she grew up, kind of thing. My mom grew up seeing her own mother always with another man, because my grandmother, she had all her kids from different dads. Some people live a different life, and I would not shame her for it. It was a tough time. Do not have kids until you get married. And I say that to anybody who doesn't have kids. If you're dating, do not get pregnant unless you're married, or you could end up like my grandmother, who had all these different daddies, baby daddies. That's the kind of life, that's my family. It's not this picture perfect, typical textbook family. It's real life, and real life gets messy. It gets real. It was a recent divorce. Yeah, it was. It was like almost 3 years ago. Yeah, so guess what? It doesn't always have this happy ending. The reality is sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. And take the time to heal. That's the lesson from what I understood growing up with my parents. My dog is misbehaving. She's fighting with the cat. No, I'm distracted, but no. No, you cannot eat the cat. Dogs are they play rough. Cats are delicate. And my dog is just trying to put him in her mouth. Stinky. I would say that doesn't happen to every family. That just happened to my family. I hope anybody out there with a mixed family just understand, take the time to heal. If you love this other person and you want to marry them, make sure you take the time to heal. Because if not, you're going to feel broken and you're going to have a hard time enjoying what life you could have together. And I think that's what happened. The moral of the story, that's what happened with my parents. They both didn't heal. They both had their baby daddy, baby mama drama. And that ruined it, I think. It really did. And that's what it takes to have a family and to love that other person. It takes... the baby mama, baby daddy's never gonna leave, guys. That is... You're always gonna see that other person. I grew up at least seeing my mom's... He was like her first love. Mama Roars, her first love. She thought by getting pregnant she could keep him, and... Women out there, there's probably like 1% of women in my community. My mother thought she could keep the man, her first love. They were in high school. They were really young. So you got to take that into account. They were really young. She thought she could keep him in her life if she got pregnant. Didn't happen. So, moral of the story, do not get pregnant to keep that person. That's not fair to you. That's not fair to them. It's a big financial decision. And you're still young. So then you end up becoming a young parent. She was, I want to say it was her sophomore or junior year of high school. Yeah, this is a sharing how the history of like how at least my parents were honest and they told the story, and my parents were just like, yeah, you know, I got pregnant at a young age, I graduated high school, it's a big responsibility, it's a lot. Don't have kids that young, you're still a child. Be a child, experience your youth. You can get pregnant later on in life, don't rush it. You never rush it, guys. It's not fair to the baby as well, to an extent, says PK. Yeah, my older sister, it wasn't very fair to her either. But thankfully, after that relationship, my Papa Roris was in the picture. They started dating, and it created a very nice foundation for my older brother and sister, despite having a rough start. I say rough start because having your parents split because they're very young, they're like teenagers, your parents are teenagers, and you're like this little newborn infant born into the world and have no idea how complicated relationships can be. You're just an infant, completely helpless to the situation. It really isn't. You are right, PK, it isn't really fair. But I like that my parents got together, and it made it easier for my older siblings for there to be this like family-oriented atmosphere to the best of what they could create, despite having all these differences. It says, Ninja Dragon, yes, start off friends, then get close, see if it works. If not, cool, you're friends. But if you're close and dating point, then you're dating your best friend. See? Yeah, never rush it. Just take your time. I don't want to rush it, that's for sure. Jalal Official! Man, can't they be like Ethel and Ernest? No, I guess not. Nature Green says, your feelings matter too. I know having parents divorce hurts. From friends who went through that. It's better that I'm a young adult, so my brain is fully developed to where I can cognitively understand what's happening, the social dynamic and the changes. So I would say it's not to compare it to when people do have their parents divorced when they're like children. I think it's better off when you're an adult, because at least you can get a job, you can support yourself. You're not completely in a situation where you're depending on two people who can't get along. I don't believe in divorce, so after my parents did split, I think after the whole tornado and I had to pick up the pieces, everybody bounced. It was just Papa Roars and me kind of situating out the property and maintaining everything. It's hard. It's like, it's hard to support your parents when they're acting like children. It's horrible. I became the parent. I became the only mature person. Everybody was just crashing out. It was horrible. It was just like shit hit the fan, and it's like, oh great, now Ruby, now I gotta pick it up. Like my sisters, they bounced. They're like, I'm gonna focus on myself. And I'm like, okay, good for you. I'll do it then. It's just, horrible. Yeah, it was pretty rough, but I had you guys to distract me. My career started at the tip of the iceberg of when my parents were going to divorce. Like a few months before they divorced is when I started my YouTube channel, which is why my community, you guys mean so much, because you got me through a lot of hard stuff that I couldn't talk about at the beginning because it was just so fresh and new and so painful that I couldn't talk about it when it was happening, because I probably would have cried in like deep agony, emotional agony from the stress of it all. So playing games, chatting with you was my therapy. The only price I had to pay was my time and pay for games. That's it. And then eventually at some point, I started paying for the internet. Mama Roars was not the best person to be around. She was pretty mean and cutthroat because she just wasn't happy. She wasn't having it. She cut the internet. And I don't know if you remember back in 2022. It was in, I want to say, August. I have a post here on YouTube because I've been streaming for 5 years. I have a post where I tell you guys I had to cancel stream because I have internet problems. The internet problems was Mama Roars did not warn me. She cut the internet. And then I had to reach out to AT&T at the time. They're an internet provider in my region. And I had to start paying. Thankfully, I had a part-time job, so I was able to afford the internet. And I started paying for it. $100 a month because AT&T is like expensive. And I wanted to get that nice, good internet so I could live stream. So that way it would have good quality because you're just starting out as a streamer. Internet quality is very important. So you end up paying a higher price for like 5G. So I started paying for it. I think it was in the fall of 2022. And that happens when your parents are splitting, going their own directions, their own ways, moving out. That kind of happens. But of course, you know, you mend things. So that was then. That was like 2 years ago, almost 3 years ago at this point. Let's see, 2022. Jeez, hold on a second. It either was 2022 or 2023. I think it was 2023. When the roles reversed, says PK, yeah. When your parents need emotional stability and support. Like, you just need to be supportive. Ninja Dragon says, I've had enough drama and BS to last a lifetime from high school. That's how I feel. That's how I feel about my parents. And the aftermath, it was just me. Like, I helped them prep the house for when it's sold. I tried keeping things together. I was the one who had to hand over the divorce papers. Story time. Briefly, it was me. My sisters did not want to cooperate and did not want to... Because my sisters were right. They both told me, hey, Ruby, they're adults. They need to talk to each other. They're both being immature and they need to address things. If that's what they want, they both need to come together and sign those papers if that's what they want. So I worked with Mama Roars briefly at a company. We both worked there. So Papa Roars was like, Ruby, I need you to give these papers to your mom because now that your mom is living on her own, if she gets a loan, for example, and this is something educational for you guys too, if you ever go through a divorce, but you're living separate, your spouse gets a loan, your name is going to be on that loan by extension. So if your spouse, in this hypothetical situation, you're both living separated, but you're still legally married, if your spouse gets into legal trouble or evades their taxes, because you're married, legally, binding married, their debt becomes your debt, for example. Not that it can be applied to the situation, but living separate is a gamble. You don't know what your spouse is going to do, what they're going to invest in, what debt they get themselves involved in. Life just happens. So that's why it's important if you both, as a couple, hypothetical, in a marriage where you no longer want to spend the rest of your lives together, hypothetical, you immediately need to make a decision, because if not, it could be prolonged and you could end up in some serious debt with this other person that you may hate or not like anymore. I wish it was like a happy story, a kumbaya story. No, it was horrible. it really helped me mature. That's why that's why I'm no longer this cute chibi lolly model. I'm just a different person now, completely. And it feels good to see mature growth in my content and not just behind the screen, too. I say it's horrible because it's better than saying everything else. In time, I'll probably tell you more, but yeah. So I had to hand over the divorce papers. Not great. Doesn't feel great. Yeah, don't do that. If there's a parent out there, do not use your kids to hand over divorce papers. I hated that I had to do it. Like, I strongly hated both of my parents. And not in a... It was just like, I really despised... Maybe not hate, but I truly despised the fact that they were that immature and couldn't do it themselves. Horrible. I was peer pressured by my parents to have to hand it back and forth for signatures. Don't do that to your kids. Even if your kid is in their 20s and they graduated from high school, that's still your kid. Doesn't matter how you look at it, that's still your offspring. Don't do that. I was so emotional. I cried every day. And then when I went on live stream, you have to you have to buckle up and shove those feelings somewhere else, because being an entertainer, a streamer, you don't need that all over the internet, right? Especially when you're at like peak emotional pain and agony like I was. You just gotta suck it up and hide it and tuck it away somewhere deep, deep down. Yeah, I probably would have bawled my eyes out, but I've had emotional healing and time to meditate. That's why I did so much yoga. I exercised, I did yoga because that was like a natural, healthy way to balance out your feelings. So if you guys ever, if your family splits, it could be divorce, it could be arguments, whatever it may be, whatever turmoil you have with family, because family's important. That plays a big role in your life. When you get married, when a big event happens, a celebration, you know, family is still in the mix of things, in the social dynamic and who you hang out with. And I think I never got that from family. I mean, at least not with my mom's side of the family. It was so weird. I did get some emotional support from Papa Roar's side of the family. You know, like it was just something grounding. Like, you need to be grounded. And you need to be logical when it's happening. Be logical, put your emotions aside, but still feel them. Take the time to feel them. You're still sprinkles to me, says Nature Green. Aw, that's sweet. Head pats. Thank you. Yeah, I had to. I think I couldn't look at myself or my content the same anymore because it was such a big event in my life. And it was coming to a close, so every time I looked at Sprinkles, I just thought about the emotional turmoil and challenges I had to face to become Ruby. That's like probably the most condensed way to put it. But thank you for the head pats. Nature Green says, like my landlord, everything is covered by rent. Internet, water, power, trash, all of it. You are so lucky. Not for me. Oh my goodness, so deep. We are now gonna play the game. We did an hour of chatting, an hour of story time. Now we're gonna play some games. Now we're gonna throw ourselves into a psychological thriller. Let me... This is so unfair. Oh my goodness. I don't have options! Oh no! Okay, are you guys ready? I'm ready. I hope my personal experience gave you guys some sort of, like, if you need some advice, let me know. I'll give you my advice of how I've somehow managed to keep myself together. It's hard. It sounds easy because I'm summarizing 3 years of an experience. I couldn't share with you at first, I couldn't share that stuff with you at first because it was just too fresh of a emotional wound for me. And I say emotional wound because it felt like betrayal. You know, your parents are the example of what you should aspire to be when it comes to love and relationships, and sometimes it doesn't have a happy ending because life is not a fairy tale. It takes sacrifice. It takes having to give up things to find happiness together. And sometimes it's better for them to go their separate ways. You know, yes, says Evie. That was a peak backstory time scribbler. it was yeah, I'm glad I could say it with a straight face and not like cry and have my huge, huge soap opera moment. Let's see if the game appears. I would say, yeah, if you guys need advice in something like that's happening in your life, I'm here for you. I survived it. I'm still here. Despite the moments where I didn't want to be, which is really dark, but I did have those moments. That's extremely dark. That's why I would say things like, I live for my dogs or I live for my cat, because sometimes you just have these moments where you need a reason to live or to wake up feeling happy. Smile at silly things like, oh, that's a cute squirrel, or I like the weather today, the sun feels nice. Like appreciating really small things around you, reminding yourself where you are, even if you have to narrate like, I just woke up. I'm making myself coffee. Something to keep you in the moment. Because sometimes you're in so much emotional pain, you can't think logically because your brain is in this hyperdrive of just trying to almost like survive this cataclysmic event that you have no control over. So like if you guys need advice, I'm totally here for it. And remember that what you're feeling is normal. Don't let anybody make you feel like your pain or distrust or the journey it takes for you to mature and work through it, process it, adapt, recreate a whole new lifestyle with this new change in the family dynamic. Don't let anybody make you feel like you should be guilty for it or ashamed for feeling or hurting. And I think that's what you learn, or I learned from it. Yeah, don't let anybody make you feel bad for feeling. You're allowed to feel. My parents divorced like 15 years ago, says Scribbler, and there's still endless drama. It's always rough. I got 3 dogs to help me though, lol. Me too, I got dogs. Sometimes animals really are like this nice reminder that life keeps going. They do their thing. Dogs don't really care. They do. I'm sure they notice changes, but like, they make everything better. They're so goofy. Oh my goodness. I'm glad you got your dogs, but yeah, like, very relatable, Scribbler. It never ends. It's like, ah! And then you just gotta do your own thing. Do your own thing, guys. Let me see if I can fix my avatar real quick. Do your own thing. Live your life. Don't feel consumed. Make new hobbies. Make friends. That's what it was. I gotta reset everything. I have 2 monitors, so bear with me. Why? I want to move it to the other screen. I don't have any options. No! I don't have any options. Let me... Oh gosh, this is gonna be hard. Bear with me, guys. Okay, there. Please don't. Okay, that's better. Alright, I hope the music is fine. Gotta make sure there's nothing else playing besides... Yep, we're good. We're good. We're good. Alright, this game is called... I already forgot the game. No! I forgot! What is this game? I'm checking the description. This is called... Checking the description? Endacopia DEMO. The full version just came out July 27th. Just recently, the full version came out. Do what? Leave turn page, I guess. Ooh. That's cool. You got a mouse. It's old-timey. Do what? Ooh. Ooh. I hand mouth. Leave turn page. Oh, you literally press the little page. Movement. Up, down, right, left. Nice. Observe. Eyeball. Interact. Mouse. Hand. Speak. Mouth. Dog licking my foot. Item. Cheese. Inventory. Look, we're a little cute bald dude. He's so cute. Interact plus U equals useful things. Key plus use your head equals open door. Status. Observe plus U equals I'm okay. How are you feeling? Oh yeah, it's a psychological horror game. Disturbed, sad, neutral, happy, spontaneous. Leave page. Look how cute. I wish I could read. How old are you? It's a child. Bubble. Score. Kick. Score. Oh, he smiles. Oh, he did, I thought. Uh-oh. Don't hug me, I'm scared kind of vibe. That clock look suspicious? Look at that clock. Yeah, I'm watching you. Ew. Beep, beep, beep. Thump. Thump. Observe. Observe. Touch. Ew. I don't want to touch that. Ew. Why are you looking out? Ew. That's a person. That's why it was thumping. We can talk to him or her. I don't know. Got a little butt chin. Got no eyes. Ask who he is. Who are you? Wall block. Ask why he's there. Why are you breathing? Why are you behind the drawing? I'm comfy. Ask why he does. Ask what he wants. What do you want? I'm hungry. Leave conversation. No. Bye. Talk to clock. Clocky? Clocky. What time is it? Oh, I knew you were suspicious. Look at that face. I don't trust. Touch. Talk to. You're spooky. Okay. Little hand, big hand. It is noon. 5:10. It's 12:15 a.m. or p.m. Hello, calendar. If only you could talk so I wouldn't have to read. Got digital calendars. It's 2002. Touch. Talk to. Leave. Fish! Anybody ever seen... There's a game called Freddy the Fish, and you go on adventures? Touch. Jingle, jingle. Ew. Ew! Something bit me. Hello? Jingle, jingle. There's something in there. I think that's why the computer's off. He's back there. Clatter. Creepy. It is very creepy. That's not part of the wall. What a sloppy paint job. Oh. Let's touch it. It's a curtain! I need to open this thing first. It's a cake? Jingle? What the heck is that? Oh! Clink, clink. There's something in there. Oh, we have to start the computer.
My spinny chair. Soccer ball. I can keep it airborne my kick's right. It's a bit tricky, but I can get the hang of it.
Aw, you're just a kid. What do I do? Can I touch the light bulb? You're too tiny. I think he's a kid, which makes this creepy. Because the world is weird. Don't hug me, I'm scared. Room, says Scribbler. That's the total vibe. I think we're supposed to get on the internet. Evie's like, I'm scared. It's about to get really creepy, this game. PK says, shout out to those 3 dogs for helping you make Loop new reality. Oh, that's so sweet. That's right, Scribbler. Shout out to Scribbler's babies. I'm so excited for the game. I'm gonna keep surprises for later, but there's a lot of cool announcements. I like knock on wood kind of moment. There's a lot of exciting surprises for everyone in the future. You're gonna love it. I'm gonna love it. Just you wait, guys. Can I grab the chair? Yeah, let's grab the chair, pull it to the wall. Spin. Oh, you're such a baby. Oh, spin makes it taller. Oh, I guess not. Jump off. I want you to push that chair. You need the chair. What are these?
I think I saw something in there.
WASD means we can move around. Oh, because it's off. Yeah. I want you to plug it in, and then I want you to power on. Macro tough. Doors. Copy left. Macro tough. Mellow Henry. Who am I? Mellow the soccer ball? That's a baseball. Henry's a turtle or a snail. Henry. Womp womp womp. I'm mellow. Oh my god, this is a Ajivakaja is a throw. It's a shout out to the Amazing Digital Circus. Door EXE. You have now opened door 1. Ugh. Hello? Creepy. Blah blah blah. Henry. Home. Is that me? I don't look okay. My head's upside down. And it looks like a porter potty, but it says home, and there's a giant dinosaur. Is that my brother Henry, the turtle? With the thumbs up? That must be our brother. He has glasses. Look, guys. Henry has glasses. And it looks like nighttime. I guess Henry comes out at night, which is kind of scary. I don't know why we look all messed up, though. Aw, he's been paddled. He must have done something bad. Looks like he got punished with the paddle, but the paddle was on the head and not the bum. Yeah, don't hit your children with paddles. That's so outdated for a kind of like... That was a sort of typical way of disciplining your children back in the 70s and 80s. It's outdated because it feels barbaric. It's a huge paddle. That's horrifying. Imagine getting hit in the head with that. So, yeah, this game has some dark themes. Oh no! Someone got left behind. Back of the truck. Why do you have this on your computer? Maybe Henry. Yeah, that's telling you, don't be nasty. Don't be stinky. Save game, sure. Game has now saved. That's cute. Okay, leave. Ooh, I still need to figure out what's behind there. I can't.
I think I saw something in there.
Let's go upstairs. Enough computer time. You guys ready to get spooked and scared? Macro Tough is crazy lame-o, says PK. Munch SFX MP3. Oh no! Scribbler says, ooh, I didn't see that chat on YouTube. Thanks, Knife. And yeah, just you wait. Just you guys wait. Something cool's gonna happen. I'm feeling nerdy. That's why I wanted to play some indie horror demo games. If you like this game, and if you like the style, very unique style here. It feels like early 2000s games mixed with like most recent kind of like viral horror, almost like some modern day creepypasta stories or viral animations. Got the skidiv kind of. Ooh, Tetris! Still! Meow! Meow! Dominoes! Oh, we just killed a person.
I'd rather not bother him.
Do you not like him? Let's talk to him.
He's sleeping. A sign with a mouth.
So we used all our options.
There's something off about this painting.
Yeah, they're looking at us. Ooh, hoo, 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 creepy. They follow us. Someone got kissed. Ooh. Everybody bites the dust. And another one. And another one. Everybody bites the dust. Spoon! Do not open.
It says, please open.
No, it doesn't. Are we gonna die? Oh! Got in trouble.
I don't want a splinter.
Talk to.
Are you dense? It literally says, do not open. Can you not read?
Say no. He did say that he doesn't know how to read. Say no, say yes, say it wasn't you. Say you couldn't help it. Say, let's be honest. No, you couldn't help it.
I couldn't help it.
You're definitely needing my help. It's a good thing I have a mouth to yell at you with.
Ask if he's supposed to be helpful. Option 2. Ask if he can be less mean. Option 3. Say you prefer mouthless signs. Sounds more honest. I don't think he likes the sighing in general. Like, he already seemed like uninterested in being told what to do because he's like a kid. Say you, option 4. Say you have no idea what's going on. Option 5. Leave the conversation. Ask if he's supposed to be helpful.
Are you supposed to be helpful?
I'm glad you asked. My name is Tip. My mother told me I should help those in need of guidance. So, do you need any help?
Ask if he can be... Oh, that's it. Ask for a tip is the only new option. Or 4 says, say you have no idea what's going on. The first option and the third one are the same. Ask for a tip.
I need a tip.
I can hear something strange coming from the bathroom. Someone probably forgot to flush again. Gross.
Say you have no idea what's going on. That feels more productive.
I have no idea what's going on.
You and me both, pal. I was stolen off my mom's lawn by Henry. Next thing I know, I'm in this room, excuse of a house. Full of weirdos, no less. No offense.
Leave the conversation? Ask if he can be less mean. Ask for a tip. Say you prefer mouthless signs. Leave the conversation, or last but not least, ask Henry? Let's ask Henry.
Who's Henry?
That strange lizard rapping burlap.
I'm surprised you don't even know his name by now.
He smacked you in the head a couple of times from what I've seen. Is your memory doing okay?
Not really.
That's a shame. Hopefully it'll all come back to you. Thanks.
He's kind of nice, just kind of blunt. So we already asked the second one, ask for a tip. The first one and the last one, the first and third, ask if he can be less mean is the first option. The third option says, say you prefer mouthless signs or leave. Let's ask for another tip.
I need a tip.
I can hear something strange coming from the bathroom. Someone probably forgot to flush again.
Check the bathroom.
Gross.
Let's leave the conversation.
I'm going now. You know where to find me.
Okay. I'm so excited to voice these little indie characters. Let's knock. Oh, we can just enter, I guess. Toilet! He said someone forgot to flush.
Hola, toilet.
Something's inside the toilet. This is totally a horror game element.
Hola, Toretto.
Let's grab this.
I spy with my eye a little ugly plunger.
It's gonna be helpful, but ugly.
What you doing there, bub?
Obtain the plunger.
Time to use that plunger. It's clogged.
Oh. Click on yourself for items. Select. Select. Select this one! This one! Toilet.
Oh! Hello, little one.
Ask who he is. He looks like, Blungy. What's his name? He's the green guy. He's the green guy for dog toys. Green dog toy. Man. Multipet Gumby Rubber. Gumby, the rubber man. Multi-pet Gumby, the plush toy for doggos. He looks like Gumby but red. This is a nice little throwback to the old days and to dog toys. Ask who he is. Option 1. Option 2. Ask where you are. 3. Leave conversation. Who are you?
Who are you?
Boy, there must have hit you too hard this time.
Huh?
Say, do you want to go on another adventure, kid? I don't know, you sound like Elmo. Okay, I gave him Elmo's voice. I guess it's better than Mickey's mouse. His voice, more pitchier, more sassier. It's kind of Mickey's voice, a little sassy, high-pitched mouse. Say yes, say no. Sure.
Yes, I'd like to.
Excellent. All I need is the password. Here's an index card. Password. Henry. That's correct. Oh, I guessed.
Really?
No. Come back when you know the password. I had to do a little bit of Mickey just for the fun of it. Why not? Ooh. Bubbles! Bubbles! Can I go this way? Oh, I can walk. I forgot. WASD. Feelings.
I'm feeling sore.
Items. Plunger. Let's walk this way? Oh, I guess there's nothing there. Strange. It looks like you can go somewhere. Can I leave? Can I leave? I'm stuck here. Red, pink, blue. How am I supposed to know the password? Feelings.
I'm feeling sore.
I just want to get out of here. Why are you in the toilet? Uh-oh. Am I stuck in the bathroom? Gumby, says Dark Buddy. Yes, Gumby. Gumby had more of a nasally voice.
Hey there, friend. What's up?
Kind of sounds like how Gumby would. At least my interpretation of what I remember. I can't even remember what Gumby sounds like. But like kind of raspy. Not super high pitch. Just kind of like, you know, like a youthful male. Not like an old man kind of voice. But like a youngster. Looking forward to it, says Scrib, says PK.
Hella tall shelf, says PK.
Scribbler says the voices are perfect. I know, I love just having fun with, like, playing demo games. Especially indie games. They're just super wacky. And, like, you can just kind of... Oh, that's the door. The door was invisible. Oh no, what's the password? I can't run. Help me!
I don't want a splinter.
Talk to me! I'm confused and lost, and I touched a toilet.
I don't know what's in the toilet.
I thought it was a tongue, but, did it come out of Henry? Is that what that thing is?
Aha, says Scribbler.
PK says, Ruby can actually pull off a young boy voice. Well, lol, that's sick. Thanks.
Thanks, guys.
I really love the voice actor who voices Timmy Turner. Let me find her name. Voice actress. Tara Strong voices Timmy Turner. She's very iconic. I think she also voices Vicky. And then you have Bart Simpson, voice actress. You guys told me, you guys did a fact check where you said that the voice actor for Bart wanted to originally audition for Lisa, the sister, Lisa Simpson. And the voice actresses actually switched roles, but they actually auditioned for the opposite sibling. So Lisa's voice actor was auditioning for Bart's voice, and then the voice actress for Bart, Nancy Cartwright, was auditioning for Lisa, but got Bart. And then let me look up Lisa Simpson. Lisa's actress is Yardley Smith. Yardley Smith. That's her name. She voices Lisa Simpson. Doogies? Doogies? Making sure doggies are okay. Ask if you can be less mean. Ask for a tip. Should we just use these other lines? I guess so. Ask if you can be less mean. I was just worried if I was rude to the sighing character. Tip, that's his name. His name is Tip. That he wouldn't be helpful. But let's try all of them.
Can you be less mean?
Only if you act less careless.
Deal.
Say your preferred mouthless signs. Let's ask for another tip.
I need a tip, Tip.
So you met the fella behind the drawing.
Yeah.
He's a bit selfish, isn't he? Only helps you if you feed it. Which means you might want to head to the kitchen. I think you can get there through the vents. You know, the vents you often open by spinning your chair.
How was I supposed to know that?
Through the power of curiosity.
Say you prefer mouthless signs. I want to be on his good side. Just leave the conversation.
I'm going now. You know where to find me.
Why does he make me think of Flowey, the way he hops in and hops out? Is that a foreshadowing he might be mischief or evil? Let's spin the chair. Spin! Spin! Faster! 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 There it is. Oh my gosh. Spin the right way. Hold on a second. Spin. Spin. Okay. Ha-ha! Oh no.
Not quite yet.
Okay, go back on the chair. Spin. Spin. Oh, spin a certain way. Okay, 2 spins to the right. To the left. To the right. To the left. To the left. To the left. Woo! Get off the chair! Hurry! Climb! He's such a kiddo. Why is he living with Henry? Maybe they're brothers from different mothers. I don't know. Oh, good. He didn't die. Oh, look! Some skeletons.
Oh.
Uh-oh. We made it to the kitchen.
I slipped.
You sure did, buddy. Dangerous. Turn on the light.
I hear footsteps coming this way. I need to hide.
In here.
I bet I can fit in there.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh! Henry, you're evil.
What an awful, intrusive thought.
Oh, you died. That's what happened. So he dies, and then it like flashes back to before the event unfolds. I guess it's a little bit like Groundhog Day. Oh my goodness. Henry's a horrible roommate.
I slipped.
Get in there.
I bet I can fit in there. I can hear footsteps. Need to hide.
Hide, my little bro. Henry looks horrifying. Is this our, like, adoptive parent? Mother/father thing?
Hey, you. Yeah, you. Where's the boy hiding? Point at it for me, will ya?
No, you sicko.
He went that way. He went this way.
Oh my gosh. I'm gonna lie.
You think you're smart, huh? Huh. I ought to teach you manners sometime.
You're so creepy. I don't like him. He comes out of goblin.
Thank you, guardian angel.
Oh, we're his guardian angel? That's so sweet. I've never been called an angel before.
So funny. I'm being goofy. Let's open the fridge. Oh no, we have to enter a passcode. Oh no. Slam it. I'm hungry. 1, 2, 3. Circle. Triangle. Rectangle. I need a key. Let's wait until we get a key. No, no. Oh, I got scared it was gonna make noise. Let's use hand. Let's look for a key. Items. Got a plunger. Oh, it's a sailboat. Oh, a music box.
Sometimes as easy...
What? I didn't finish it.
Sometimes as easy as 1, 2, 3.
Chair. Ooh. This is where we came from, right? We need a key. Oh, it kind of stops you. I guess we leave because we don't have a key. Let's go up here. Yeah, that's so spooky. You got it, kid. So I bet that's like their guardian or something. Or adoptive, or like... What's going on, stinkies? Doggies are being stinky. I always have to be careful. Oh, he has to crawl backwards. He's not being fed. Why is everything creepy? You just want to protect the protagonist.
Noodle. Noodle. Noodle.
I want to hold her. But I got too warm. Where do we find a key? I thought there was some sort of key. Talk to you.
Hello? Come closer.
Plunger. I don't want to come close. He said he's hungry. Let's save real quick.
My computer.
Let's save. Before I get close to the creepy thing coming out of the wall. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. Doors. They're locked. Nothing comes for free. Do I get closer?
Creepy.
Yeah, it's super creepy. There's something under there. Use plunger.
That's not a toilet.
Oh.
A door.
Let's go through the door. That's right. In the square hole, says PK. Oh my goodness. Noodle. I knew you'd come back to me eventually. Ugh. She's so heavy. Noodle's been eating everybody's dog food because their dog food bowls are close to the floor. Noodle will spend an enormous amount of effort just climbing to get close to their dog food. and then she will barely touch hers because, like, I guess in her mind, if she eats their food, she has food for later. Stinky babies. Chonka bubbles. Let's talk to the sign. Scribbler says, I'm getting Yumi Nikki and Undertale vibes for sure. Pretty sure Yumi Nikki has a chair thing as well. Ooh, Yumi Nikki? I know Undertale, but I'm trying to recall Yumi Nikki. I don't think we've played that game, but we should. I'd have to go find it.
Hello again.
Ask for a tip.
I need a tip.
You look hungry. Having trouble opening the fridge? It's as easy as 1, 2, 3.
I did that, but I need a key. Say you prefer mouthless signs.
I prefer mouthless signs.
Oh no, he's crying.
That hurt, man. It really did. I guess not all people deserve tips from Tip.
No, come back! I'm sorry! I knew it would hurt his feelings. I knew it. I knew if I said the wrong thing, he would never come back. No, I'm so dumb. Why have I done this? I lost my one and only friend. He'll never come back. Come back. Tip! Apologize. Thank God we're sentient. Let's apologize. It's behind me. It's behind me, guys. I want to apologize for being rude.
I'm sorry about what I said, Tip.
Really?
Yeah.
So you like signs with mouths?
I guess.
Apology accepted.
Aw, you're so cute!
I need a tip.
Okay, same one. You look hungry. Leave conversation.
I'm going now.
You know where to find me.
Aww. He's our one and only friend. Henry is freaking hellishly scary. Alright, let's crawl in the tidy hole. In this weird hole. What do you guys think about it? Oop. Where can we find a key? Let's jump down. Good. What's this? Can I go this way? Items. He's hungry. Enter. Key. Oh, a symbol. This is... all this just to have a snack? Leave. Cheese. Nom 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 nom. Obtain the cheese. Time to leave. I'm scared. Time to leave. I was afraid that the Henry would come back. Is that all we have to eat? Oh no! Hey! Oh no! Oh no! You look hungry. Cheese. Hey! Maybe we both can escape. I don't like it here.
I don't want a splinter.
Talk to.
Hello again.
Ask for a tip.
I need a tip.
Oh, you've got something to eat. Good for you. Actually, that smells foul. You know, I think this place has an infestation problem. It's a little old-fashioned, but you can lure them out and give them a good stomping. Gross, but efficient.
Oh, he's talking about the giant worm slug. The giant yellow worm slug. Leave conversation. Oh, I guess we gotta stomp some wormies. I need to hydrate. Okay, so we have to lure it out with cheese. You mean this thing, right? Let me save real quick. I love how sentient everything is. Save! Let's lure it out with cheese. Here, right? Let's go to items. Feelings.
I'm feeling petrified.
Uh-oh. Let's play with the ball.
To feel better.
I think we have to make sure he's happy, because if not, his emotions go down. Do you feel better? Lure it out.
Icky cockroach. I want to kill it. I'm not touching that with my hands.
Talk to it.
So, you come here often?
How do I kill it? Okay, how do I kill it? Stomp on it, right? Okay, go back, go back. Do I have to get physically violent? Do I just walk up to it? Oh! Wait, got sunglasses.
Ka-ching!
What do you got there? Feelings, items. Got bunny! Feelings.
I'm feeling just a little guilty.
Aww. Play with the ball. Feel better. Oh, am I supposed to kick it? I think that's it. Okay, let's see. Do I grab the cheese?
I don't want the cheese anymore.
Can I give it to the thing in the wall? Let's see. Let's talk about it.
Hello again.
Ask for a tip.
I need a tip.
Whoa, you got 2 full quarters.
It's too bad nobody cares for money here.
Except for the wall bank.
He'd do anything for those.
Leave conversation. Let's give him money. It can be a bit overwhelming, yes, says PK. Scribbler says so many animations and interactions seem like a nightmare for me. It all depends on the type of game you're wanting to create. Never feel like, do your own style. There's always a unique style. Like Undertale. Undertale is a dynamic game because of the storytelling. And it really is as simple as little 8-bit characters. So Undertale's a great example, I think, of a really good game. A great game, I mean. Saying good is, in perspective, it's a whole lot more than just good, is what I mean. I need to take my dogs to pee. I'll be right back, guys. I hate to do an intermission, but I take them to pee. I think Noodle has to especially pee.
Secret is 1 Shire.
What the heck? Talk to me. What's the secret? Ask what the secret is. What's the secret?
Cheshire.
I meant to use his voice. Leave conversation.
Bye.
You're weird and spooky. Alright guys, I'll be right back. Intermission, go get some water, take a break. I'm taking Noodle to pee. I'm back! Sorry for the BRB. I do have a BRB screen. I just don't have non-copyrighted music. Thanks for waiting. I had to. I had to take the dogs out. I know not all streamers are known for taking BRBs to put their dogs out to poo and pee, but I think that I think they should. I'm sure they take the dogs out before they start live stream, but even then, if your dog's gotta go, they gotta go. Hopefully her bladder and digestive system is fine, says PK. Noodle, oh my god, she's an older doggy. They're all getting older. So it's a give or take with time. That, like, them being able to...
Your time is up.
Watch out!
What do I do?
Hey kid. You know how to defend yourself, right?
What the? I literally was gone for not that long and we're already in a fight scene? Yes? Yeah? Option 2, no, I wasn't expecting this. 3, let me fight already. No, I don't.
That's okay, don't freak out. So you've got a mouse. You can right-click the block. The enemy can attack you from different directions. So react accordingly.
Okay. 3, let me fight already. I'm gonna put okay.
Eventually, every enemy lets its guard down. Use left click to attack when the time's right. And aim for where it counts.
How will I know when I should attack?
It'll be obvious, okay? So don't go flinging your fist around like crazy. You'll tire yourself out.
Stamina, health. Stamina, health. Then which one is his and which one's is mine? Where's the enemy's hip? HP. Hip? HP.
Where's the enemy's HP? You're asking too many questions, kid. I can't stall anymore. Good luck out there.
Oh, great.
Oh no! Punch, 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 punch.
Punch. Oh my god, I'm dying. I'm dying.
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Try again.
Okay.
Good thing that didn't happen.
It did. Is that because I took too long?
Doesn't matter. Watch out!
I'm scared.
Hey kid.
Same dialogue. Oh no, this is what I get for taking the dogs to poop for too long. The game is punishing me. Thank you for the subby and the follow. Thank you. Thank you so much. That's right, intermission wasn't my bathroom break. It was their bathroom break. Noodles still didn't poop, so I will have to take her out later into the night. Like in the middle of the night, I'll have to take her out. Or expect a present in the morning.
Let me fight already. You're tougher than how you look. Good luck out there.
Oh god. Oh god. Block. Block.
Oh, punch, punch, punch ya.
Oh,
I suck. Stop. Oh, block.
Punch. Block, baby. Punch.
Save up stamina.
okay.
Oh no! Immediate boss battle, lol, says PK. Oh gosh. Scribbler, the dogs are making a run for it. No, they're gone, no. Evie's like... Oh my gosh. Hydration break commencing. Oh no. That's a wild idol event, or this would have played anyway. I don't know, says Scribbler.
Your time is over.
Miku? Hatsune Miku, is that you?
I got this, bruh. Let's fight her. Her or him, I don't know. Begin.
Oh no. Uh-huh.
Punch ya.
Stop punching! Block.
Punch. Block. 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 Punch. Yeah, whatever, you freak. Yeah, you nasty freak.
No! Scribbler. PK. Hopefully her bladder. Oh no. I'm wrecked. I'm wrecked. I just wanting to make sure I read everyone's comment.
Your time is over.
Sounds like BMO from Adventure Time. Alright. R is to block, left is to punch. Oh gosh. Oh no. What if I'm not ready? Punch. This is crazy.
Punch!
Yeah, whatever. Oh god. Oh gosh.
Your time is up.
I'm being rage baited by a clock. The clock hits us at least twice, and our health is completely totaled. No, I wasn't expecting this. Right is to block. Maybe I need instructions. Left is alternate attack by moving the mouse. React accordingly. Let me fight. Oh no. This is harder than it looks. Oh fuck. You can't get no hits, bro. Punch. Uh-huh. Sarcasm. Is that all you got?
Punch.
You're mean. You're beating up a child, you sicko.
Punch.
Whatever. Oh shit, you're getting faster. Oh fuck. Oh fuck.
Punch.
Y'all to zoom the over, says PK. No. He's just a child. I gotta save. Aw, yippee! I hate this. There's nowhere
Your
else
time
to
is
go.
up.
Why am I being bullied in my own house? Skippity skip skip. I can't get hit at all. You cannot get hit. Because he gets super aggressive. Punch. 3 punches, then he gets crazy. Am I just learning how to defend myself? Punch. I like the little weird noise it makes in between. Punch. Then he screams. Stop it. Punch. Oh fuck. Fuck. Did I win? Die, you son of a bee.
Great job, kid. You're a natural baller. There's bound to be more problems to come. I'll be in the hallway if you need me.
That was horrible. Ew, the flies are coming when the blood's running.
That's what happens when you catch these hens. I already beat it to a pulp. Get clapped, Clucky.
Sicko. Let me save real quick. I need to save. I don't want to do that again. I got so lucky. You have no idea. That was pure luck. Ew. Aw. What now, buddy?
Hello again.
Ask for a tip.
I need a tip. Great work back there. Well, Bank told you the password, yeah? What you waiting for then? That's your ticket out.
Leave the conversation. Oh, that's it? What did he say? I forgot what he said. What did he say? Do you guys remember what the guy said? What'd you say, you freak?
Hello. Come close.
Talk to me? What is the secret?
What's the secret? Just show you.
Cheshire. Can you guys remember that? Cheshire. I fed you quarters and now you gave me a password. Cheshire, like Cheshire cheese? Dark Souls level threat, says Scribbler. It was intense, guys. The clock may have been skinny, but like was super tough. I think because he went up against a child. Oh, I gotta use the plunger.
I'm feeling victorious.
I bet you are, little dude. Maybe finally we can beat up Henry. Or Harry, I'm sorry, Harry.
Hello there, little one.
Tell him you're ready. Ask where you are.
Where am I?
In your own house, boy.
Oh.
This is our house? This is more like hell or a nightmare. Tell him you're ready.
I'm ready for an adventure.
Music to my ears. All I need is a password. Here's an index card.
I thought it was Henry. Turns out it's Cheshire, like Cheshire cheese.
Ha 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 ha. Well done. Now hold on tight. This might hurt you quite a bit.
Ew, don't touch me with those hands, man. Quack, quack, quack. Look like an evil duck, but with the toilet mouth.
Hey there. How's it going so far?
Oh, who are you, blueberry person?
I'm having fun. This must be the developer.
It's okay. Not good. I'm having fun.
Yes, I'm really happy to hear that.
Sadly, this is as far as you can go for now. However, if you like this to be a complete experience, you can always support me through Endacopia's Backstarter. And you know, there's like rewards and things. Anyway, thank you so much for being here. Hope to see you soon, okay?
Toodles!
Oh, I've been flushed through a camel. Oh no. Alright guys, that's the end of the game. You guys have made it to the end. In today's video. Oh my gosh. I'm thinking of... his name is Pegasus. More Pegasus in today's video. Alright guys, round of applause. Leave a like, leave a comment of your most favorite aspect of this demo. If you want us to support, we can buy the full game. That's right, this game is fully released as of July 27th. And that was the demo. We're gonna go check out Steam Engine. I'm really down to play some indie horror games. That's not bad. That was really good. I couldn't interact with chat, like the chat box I have for you. Because the game, it didn't have borderless window, which allows your mouse to move around. This one's called Encyclopedia. Endacopia. Endacopia. It's not bad. I'm gonna show you the full game. Oh gosh. Okay. Yes. Oh god. Let's make it bigger for you guys. Endacopia. Super loud. Super cool. Sorry. It looks like a really awesome game. Sorry, I just had to pause the music. So this is available full release, and it did in fact checking myself. It did in fact release July 27, 2026. Overwhelmingly positive. So people are already playing this game. For anybody who doesn't know. It was my first time seeing it too. It was recommended on Steam's page. And I thought, why not? This looks pretty gnarly. Looks like pretty cool. It's weird, but like the mechanics is what stands out. I guess you go fishing. I think this is what happens after you enter the domain for the toilet. Super creepy, but it's cool. So it does give that Undertale vibe. And don't hug me, I'm scared. I just hope we survive. Oh, scalpel. That's a scalpel, like a scalpel blade, I think. Or a butter knife. Looks more like a knife than a butter knife. Telescope. This here is skateboard. A little bear. Ooh, someone looks angry. We meet new characters. Ooh, you get a showdown. That's cool. The music. I can't guarantee it's louder or inaudible. I'd have to monitor the stream. Your voice volume got quieter. Sorry about that. Every time I turn on desktop audio, it messes with my mic. I do apologize. That's horrible. How do I... Can I show you guys what it looks like from my end? Oh my goodness. I could show you. Okay, so this is what it's gonna look like. It's gonna look super freaky. Let me just hide it real quick. Okay, so this is what it looks like. My desktop audio is right behind me. Oh, it's gonna get freaky. It's about to get super freaky. Okay, yeah, this is weird. Okay, so... Oh, that's right, because I adjusted it. See this right here? This desktop audio, every time I turn it on, my mic is adjusted by the volume. So normal, low, normal, low. And if I turn it off, then my Gengar gaming works all on its own, unaffected. So that's what it looks like from my end, which is why I've been having so many issues. It just happens to be related to that feature in OBS. I don't know how to fix it other than not mess with it. But then if I don't have it on, then I can't monitor the volume of, like, let's say, a YouTube video. It's the only way I can pick up the audio. Yay! Round of applause! Go check it out on Steam Engine down in the description below. Leave a like if you guys want us to play the full version. I believe the full version the full version is 6 to 7 hours for full gameplay, give or take. So give or take, it's... Uh-oh. There you go. So I want... Oh, Freerin! There's Freerin! I love you, Freerin! I go on Twitter just to look at Freerin. Just to look at Freerin. Artwork and stuff. So if you... Yeah, it's gonna be 6 to 7 hour gameplay, and when I really want to enjoy a game, I work Monday through Friday, so the only way we could sit down and really enjoy a game without me losing sleep and going to work cranky the next day is if I played on a Friday or a Saturday. Sunday, I try reserving it for sleep and being ready for work that next day on Monday. So I try avoiding streams on Sunday because I need time. I need a day. I need 1 to 2 days to prep for stream the next week, to make thumbnails, to do laundry, to sometimes family events. We had a birthday recently, and I rescheduled stream last week because I was assembling a IKEA cabinet, which I ended up returning because the whole backside was missing. Everyone was super sweet at IKEA, very kind. I got reimbursed. Guess how much it costed? IKEA can cost between, like, I heard a loud noise. It can cost between $200, $300, $400, $500, $600 USD, because I have USD currency, because I live in America. Miss America. That's my currency. It was expensive. no point on exchanging. We had to carry it up the stairs. There were like 3 heavy boxes. Wooden panels for this cabinet. Super heavy and dangerous. So I was like, you know what? It's just no way we're gonna do this again. So we returned it and got reimbursed. How many hours says PK? I think 6 to 7 hours. I could Google it. Let's see. Endacopedia. Yeah, Endacopia. Hours to complete. People already have videos out there. It just came out yesterday. Actually, I'm incorrect. It's 2 to 4 hours. So I could have a 4-hour live stream during the week. I prefer to play this game next Friday. If you like the game, it's on discount. I will buy it. And I don't do that very often because games are expensive. But this one, I can do it, especially if you guys like it. I will do it just for you. So please leave a like, leave a comment. It shows me you enjoyed the game. The algorithm doesn't listen. It doesn't listen and watch our live streams. You guys have to give a little hype train. You have to tell YouTube, I liked this live stream. I recommend. Please. I'm like begging over here. Nah. The game looks really cool. It's weird, wacky, and fun. I enjoyed voicing the characters. We have to return to find love or die trying, which is a long, extensive romance novel. It's many rounds, and every time you play the game and die, in Find Love or Die Trying, it's a romance anime otome game with a dark, thriller, psychological twist to it. Those are my favorite games. So it's 2 to 4 hours, PK. That's weird, says Scribbler. That is very weird. It's adjusting my whole audio. Like, it adjusts everything. It's supposed to be just the desktop. Properties. Default. I don't understand. That's so... I don't know. I did fix Twitch. Anybody on Twitch? I'm sorry, my Twitch community. I'm sorry. You're so neglected. I'm sorry. Come to YouTube. I can post updates on YouTube. I cannot do that on Twitch. The only way my Twitch community can find me... Sorry, I burped. The only way my Twitch community can find me is through Twitter. Twitter posts. I think... and YouTube. I post a lot more on YouTube, especially like personal posts, and then occasionally I'll post on Twitter, or I mostly just kind of socialize on Twitter at this point. It was a nice stream. Thumbs up from Scribbler. Thank you. I'm trying. I'm trying my best. Hopefully you guys enjoyed story time. It was a big peek into my life, which is good. Life is good, guys. But for us to enjoy today, you know, we're gonna live, have experiences, and thank you guys for sharing too. I know Evie shared about being doxxed by a friend, which is pretty horrible. That's horrible to be doxxed. I'm so sorry, Evie. That's scary as F. Horrifying. It's like, oh yeah, please don't tell them where I work. And then the person forgets and proceeds to tell everybody where they work. I mean, there's just some things you don't specify, like where you live, where you work. I think I would be pretty generic. I think the only time I would talk to someone about where I work is probably never. Never. Not everybody needs to know the specifics. You already know I live in Texas. How much more do you need? I'm going to a convention in August. To end on a really spicy, fun note, I'm trying to lose a little bit of weight so I fit my costume. So I found I found a Apothecary Diaries costume. I'll let you guess which character I'm cosplaying as for the first time. It's a character that I'm familiar with. I've watched the series. I actually like this character. They're one of the protagonists. I won't tell you which character, there's plenty. For all you know, I'm going as a servant girl. It's an adorable series. It's not too romantic, the Apothecary Diaries. You'll see me post a bit on Twitter. If that wasn't a hint, that's one of the characters I'm cosplaying as. Did you know the Apothecary Diaries did some sort of collaboration with Hello Kitty Sanrio? So the characters got paired up for different merchandise. It's really cute. I could pull up Twitter for you guys. Join the Discord, says PK. Join the Discord. Go to the dungeon. That's where we heathens. That's where we are. In the dungeon of Discord. Yeah, we're hiding out there together. Come congregate with us. If you don't get my sarcasm. Not literally in a dungeon. 100, guys. Scribbler says, ooh, I beat Find Love or Die Trying. It was pretty interesting. You finished it? It is free to play. So that one is free to play Otome game. I need to finish it. Let me see if I can pull up Twitter. Twitter's a hit or miss. I like to repost and retweet when artists are doing commissions. Like I recently reposted, there's like couple artwork and it's kind of like POV or like your perspective. Basically, sometimes artists will do poses and then it can be your character. So YCH is your character. It's like an acronym. I started learning the artist lingo on Twitter, which helps me understand the artist lingo on VGen because they kind of intertwine. That's how artists get their commissions. That's how they get their clients. Mostly through Twitter. Because it's like a nice showcasing. Then you got Blue Sky. Blue Sky is another new platform. It was nice when I first joined Blue Sky, but it honestly feels just like another version of Twitter. I think the creators of Blue Sky, creator, is the guy who owned Jack Dorsey. Soft engineer Jay Gabber was chosen to lead a spin-out of an independent company in 2021. Tied to Twitter. Twitter was sold to Elon Musk. Blue Sky was created by Jack Dorsey, the co-founder and former CEO of Twitter, who originally conceived the platform as an internal research initiative and decentralized side project funded by Twitter 2019. And Jay Grabber separated from Twitter daily operations in 2021, the spin-off. Jack Dorsey officially left Blue Sky's board of directors in May 2024 over disagreements regarding the platform's shift toward venture capital funding. Why does everything go back to politics? Politics just has to have its hand in everything. It ruins our social media. It ruins our social media, which ruins our connection. That's how I see it. Twitter's pretty wild. You just have to select what you like. Like for me, it's art. Art and anime is my Twitter. Yeah. So I'm gonna go to a convention in August. I'm gonna be cosplaying. I look forward to that. I need to learn some makeup tutorials so I can look like the character more. Have you seen those viral videos? I think we were originally supposed to react to some content. I can pull something up from Discord. Originally, we were supposed to, but I got caught up in story time. Let me see if I can find that Twitter post. How do I toggle between tabs? Let's see. Meow meow! Freerin! Okay, I'm gonna show you what I see on my Twitter. Don't worry, it's nothing too wild and crazy. Meow meow! I need to find what I'm looking for. I'm gonna show you. Meow meow! That's so cute. How do I fix this? How do I fix it? Somehow I'm gonna fix it. Ah! There you go. Oh, nice. Okay, that is perfect. There you go. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. There you go. My Twitter feed. Now I am like completely exposed. I just look at anime. I just look at art. Oh no, Noodle! I'll put Noodle right next to you. I just look at art, guys. This is my art feed. This is it. Pudding! Freerin and Mau Mau. They would be good friends. Let me look up the Apothecary Diaries crossover with Sanrio. Some people go to Twitter for drama. I go to Twitter for art. Look, Apothecary Diaries. So I look at merch and stuff. Look at that. Dang. Super suave. Super savvy. I just look at stuff. Pre-order little, I think they call this acrylic stand. Where's the one with Sanrio? Oh my gosh, don't look at me. Don't look at me. I cringe if I see my post. Sanrio outfits free to download for Vroid. If you have a Vroid model. PP Slayer! I do watch PP Slayer. From 2025. These are some old posts. I misspelled Apothecary Diaries. Just copy and paste. I misspelled it. Just put Sanrio after. Where is it? No! Oh, that's my post. Oh no! You'll see my posts. Yeah. I can't find it. No. They partnered up with Sanrio. Where am I supposed to find it? Sanrio, Sanrio, Sanrio. Sanrio! I'll never find it. Oh, that's so cute. It's a tassel. Yeah, this is my Twitter. What does your Twitter look like? Let's see. We were supposed to react to something. Whoop. Boop. Home. Could I react to something before we go? Oh gosh, I've been wanting to watch this, but it's so dark. So, Michaela Likes Creepy Pastas is a spin-off series of Max and Ruby, but with very traumatic themes of abuse. Yeah, that's scary. So apparently that's Ruby's dad. The voice actors and actresses may be the same as from the original series of Max and Ruby. I really think so, like the original creators. But it's like a dark version. Where things are not as happy. I don't even think you get to see their mom, but you know how in the original Max and Ruby, it's a children's show. The parents are not present, but they live with their grandma, and they always talk about their grandma, and you never see the dad or mom. If you like creepypastas, go subscribe to Michaela Likes Creepypastas. I'm subscribed on my other account. I have a private account for like my personal stuff, but I'll subscribe because it is really good. We can watch it, but it has some violence and really dark themes that are not safe for all audiences. So this is my way of saying you have now been advised. Please be advised that this is not for all viewers. I could watch it by myself, but I actually really struggle watching it. The idea of watching it with you. because sometimes it does evoke, let's say your parents were very, how do I put it, they would discipline you as a kid. So I get those little those flashbacks. My parents disciplined me. So I get, but this is like extreme. They're not the same. Like there's discipline where you get spanked on the bum, and then there is Ruby's about to get her ear pulled off by her dad. I forgot what her dad's name is. It's really scary. Pretty disturbing, says PK. Evie says, my Twitter gets turned into conspiracy stuff, Umas and VTubers. It's probably because you look at a bunch of horse VTubers. That's funny, Evie. I've seen this channel before, says PK. Do you guys want to watch it with me? I think if you're with me, I can be brave. Maybe. It's because her name's Ruby, and I rebranded as the name Ruby, so it's so weird. We're two different Rubies. Two different Rubies. We could react together while I have you. What did they do to my childhood shows, this Scribbler? It's not pretty. Maybe, do I want to watch it with you? I'm on the fence, because... childhood! I mean, Papa Roars would literally go roar, like he was allowed when it came to, he was a yeller. So when I hear the dad yell here, I think maybe all audiences, it's like it has 909K views. Like I think everybody can have a moment where they're like, they can see their childhood in it just a little bit, but this is to the extreme. Like this is an abusive parent. Nothing like my childhood. Oh, there goes doggies. Yeah, I guess we can. Might as well. Okay. So, there goes Nudo. I'm gonna turn it up all the way. And the only thing I will adjust is this volume here. And I'll pause too, so you guys can watch it. We're gonna watch it. It's called Teaser 50004 by Michaela Likes... Mika likes creepypastas. Are you ready? National Seppuku Prevention Administration. It's weird how you can't say that word, but you can say other things.
Okay.
Let me improve the quality. Premium. I don't have premium. Oh, this is just okay, this is just a quality. I like watching these sorts of creepypastas and analog horror stuff, says PK. I do too. Maybe it's better that we're together, because when I watched it by myself, it kinda... I was tripping balls, like, hard.
We have to actually get the camera set up. Whoa, Max! You need to stop playing with your ear splitter space rocket. We only have one take before we have to catch the bus. All right, Max? All right? Okay. Dad, can you help us with the...
In memory of Robert Davis Scullard. Who is this person? Let's do a little intermission. David? Robert Davis. Sorry, Robert Davis Scullard. I don't get that. I don't have anybody tied to it. Okay, this is just in memory of.
Camera.
Personal.
Okay, I think it's on.
On!
Not that close.
Hi! I'm Ruby. This is my little brother Max, and my best friend Louise. We're working on a project. It's a big one. It's called Max's Big Problem. Max! Yes, Max. You're the problem.
Uh-oh. Okay, oh, his little face. He's just a child, Ruby. He's just a child. Yeah, get your popcorn now, guys. I think this is the full cast that originally voiced Max and Ruby. It really does sound like it, too.
What's wrong with him?
It's just a joke, Dad. It's what the title is.
I know that. But what's wrong with him? Ruby.
Nothing's wrong with him. We just need help with something we've got planned. It's all written down, so we know exactly what's supposed to happen. Most of the time, but we can't finish it ourselves. Especially the animation. Without animators, we usually look like this.
Oh, is that not the truth? I like this. I think it is something they are fundraising. Like it's an actual if you like creepy horror analog stuff, this is up your alley, guys. What do you think of it so far? It really does feel like the original series. This was on Nickelodeon, if anyone was curious. Not Disney, not Cartoon Network, Nickelodeon.
Stuck. That's right, Max. Stuck.
We've been like that for a while.
So, we're looking for help. Real help. Animators, artists, people who move.
Yeah.
Yes, Max. People who make us move.
And people who show follow-through?
Mm-hmm. That part matters. Very much. This is a big project, and we want to do it properly. Help! That's right, Max. If you'd like to help with Max's big problem, and you know what you're doing, or you're willing to learn, we'd be very glad to have you. Bye-bye. Bye.
Goodbye. Bye.
Finally. That went well.
I think it's still filming, Ruby.
Dad, why do you keep getting mad every time we say the title?
Well, I don't understand. There's nothing wrong with him.
What do you guys think? Like, they never show the parents, by the way. You always get the sweet little grandma, which is why it just makes you so curious. Like, what direction are they going in? Oh, the old-timey camera. This daddy drinks. It's so, like, how do I put it? It's scary how accurate it is, the Scribbler. It is. Oh, I really loved Max and Ruby. It was kind of like a comfort show you watch early in the morning, like at 5 or 4 a.m. Like if I woke up early for school, I just wanted to sit down and watch like Nick Jr. because they always aired early shows. And I think Nick Jr. would stop at 7 a.m. and then after that, it would just go to like regular Nickelodeon for the big kids who got up later. While the younger kids, toddlers, they're up at the crack of dawn because their sleeping patterns are so random. Sometimes your toddlers and I would say toddlers are watching like kid shows. I wouldn't say babies are.
If anything, it looks more like I've got a big problem.
Well, you don't. You're fine.
Okay, so then why can't you tell me his problem
It's just a stupid title, Dad. Stop being so fussy over nothing.
Oh, oh, the camera's broken. Oh no.
Ruby, the bus is here.
Do you see what I'm talking about? Like the underlayers of just... That is so horrifying. And some people actually experience this type of upbringing. And in the comments here, leave a like, subscribe, show some support. This was so Let's see real quick. This was so lame, bro. Coming soon? I hope not. Some people are not excited for it. I think it's an interesting spin-off. It's a way to bring back the show. That was by Sponge Ounce. User Royal Sniz says, the abusive father immediately getting pissed the moment it seems like the only other male family member is getting attacked, in quotation. To him is some crazy projection. Sadly relatable too. Yeah, like when he says, it sounds like I've got the problem. Like he's at fault. Poor Ruby. She's just a kid. As a survivor, this is by Vivian Lazarza. Larazabal 9332. Forgive me, I probably botched it. Vivian Larazabal, yeah, 9332. As a survivor of, I have to probably redact it because if you say certain phrases, the YouTube will come for you. So weird, YouTube. You're being YouTube's a weird place. You can literally like find videos of people people getting freaky, but YouTube will censor anything that makes knowledge of being self-aware and sharing stories. Like you can comment these things, but you can't say it. Of redacted. How about I say it with a giant space? Child abuse. Something I really appreciate about the project is how you depict the father's behavior. It's not just mindless violence, but rather as if the only way he knew how to communicate anything was through confrontation. And it's a child, like Ruby's like 12 or 13, she's like a preteen. I especially appreciate how you show that the abusers don't get carried away. They're smart enough to hold themselves back when there's a sign of someone that who might question them. Thank you for touching on the subject so carefully. Yeah, because there was no visual aid or anybody saying, don't do this, don't do that. It was basically what you observe from people's behaviors, at least in the connotation of it being these characters. It says, it's really disturbing. Yes, it is very disturbing. Hi, Ruby, you should check out I Can't Sleep, says Blood Badger. Yeah, it is very accurate to abuse. It says Swaggy G underscore 2102 user says the fact that a Max and Ruby quotation video opens up with a suicide prevention PSA is all the clues you need to understand just how dark this project is going to be. And Kirby Plays Z50 says, I just realized that rabbits and bunnies hate getting picked up by their ears because their ears are so delicate. You could rip off an ear if you pull too hard. So you just don't pick them up by their ears. It's so barbaric. If you think of the way bunnies and rabbits interact with their babies, they're never picking up their children. They're called kits. They never pick up the kits by the ears. They pick up by the nape of the neck, but never by the ears. Like the animals don't even do that. That's a clear sign you shouldn't yank and yoink on them. Jake's 10M, capital M, user says, the fact that this was taken down before proves that the creepypasta is canon. It was taken down before? 3 months ago. Okay, I can't sleep. I'll do one of your recommended. I can't sleep. Ooh hoo hoo. What the heck? Why are you banging on Booba? What is with this? That's weird. That's weird. Maybe the less weird one? It's really disturbing, says Evie. It looks disturbing. That's horrible. I don't know if I can. I can't sleep explained. We're gonna go for the explained version. I can't sleep the hidden story. That's like 46 minutes. I can't sleep analysis 14 minutes. Scary Theater presents the disturbing story behind I Can't Sleep. Eh. Bumpa 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 bumpa.
Maybe there's something the artist is trying to tell us. I've gone through all of their videos to decipher what this meaning is. What I saw was a dark, yet beautiful story that conveys the dreadful battle that this artist and many others are fighting. So sit back and come with me as we join I Can't Sleep on their journey. But first, a quick announcement. So in my Kelly Ronahan video, we were sponsored by HelloFresh, who helped me prepare against my possible fight against Nexpo. And as you can
That was 2 years ago. HelloFresh is not bad. My sister did HelloFresh. Alright, skip to the video. Prelude.
I know that whenever a channel like this comes along, people love to overanalyze things, and sometimes it turns out that there's really nothing there. I'm sure some people will look at I Can't Sleep and think there's nothing more to this than just dark art. But I genuinely believe there is a meaning here. I'll say now that not every single one of these videos has some sort of deeper meaning other than what's on the surface. For example, a few of these videos are just creepypasta animations, which are clearly just fun little projects sprinkled in between the other videos.
So if anybody was curious, Scare Theater. It's a little dramatic. Twink. I'd rather have him explain it than sit through being confused and freaked out. I'm about to go to bed, guys. We can sit in the comfort of his voice for a few minutes. Hood, the beginning, the meaning, the medication, hellscape. To me, conclusion. Let's jump to conclusion.
This was
I'm sorry, I'm so bad.
my interpretation of the series. I think that Nia is a depressed character who, as a result of her trauma, is fighting a never-ending battle of mental illness. And it would appear that the artist himself does relate to these themes and is creating these videos as a way to express that emotion. Art can actually be a very therapeutic way for victims of trauma to express their emotions in a healthy way. Now, to be fair, there's no real way to know if I Can't Sleep is actually struggling mentally or not. I tried to reach out to them to speak to them about their videos, but I never got a response. It's best to not bother them and constantly ask if they're okay because, let's be real, that's just not gonna help. If this artist really is going through a tough time right now, the best thing you can do to help them is support their work by watching their videos and checking out their Patreon page if you want. And to I Can't Sleep, if you're watching this, I hope that you're doing okay. You're one of my favorite artists right now, and I love the work that you're doing. If you are struggling right now, just know that we all support you and look forward to whatever you're gonna do next. Thank you for watching, and I will see you on the flip side.
I skipped, I'm so sorry. Naughty Ruby. Naughty Ruby, naughty. I was gonna bonk myself, but I just bonked myself with a rabbit. Is it weird I want to read it because it disturbs me that much? Is that weird? I'm that mentally disturbed already. The channel is awesome at horror, says Blood Badger. I don't know why. It's weird. I would read about. We're going to, guys. You know where we're going to? I liked it. Go watch Scare Theater's videos. Go watch and support them. I'll subscribe. I don't know. I can't do anything too dark right now. It's too spooky. It's too spooky for me. It really is too spooky for some reason. Okay, guess where we're going. I can read it. I can read about it, but I just can't watch it for some reason. I can't. I don't know how to explain it. I can't sleep. Okay. I'm gonna read it on Reddit. I don't know if Reddit's the best place. Okay, here it is. I need to read it. For some reason, I can't watch it. I'm being such a wiener. It's honestly better just to watch the videos because the horror is great, says Blood Badger. Evie says, remember the video that I showed you, says Evie. Oh, yes, thank you, Evie. Evie reminded me of a video. Yes, Evie. I don't know why I can't do this right now. I'm sorry, guys. My mental state is not fit to anything too dark right now before I go to bed. If I watch or read anything too crazy, I'm not gonna sleep at all. I went to bed at 2 a.m. this morning. I've been having horrible insomnia, but I will be checking out the video Evie recommended. Thank you all for doing a very, very tip of the iceberg with Max and Ruby. Go check out their channel. I don't know why I can't do it. I could play the horror game, but I don't know, anything with like too wilds. At least right now. Maybe later. I don't know why. It could be some other reason. Let me see Discord. We're gonna check a video that you guys recommended. Is it with Mint Phantom? I'm going here to... If you don't know, we have a Let's React recommendation on Discord. Go check it out. I'm gonna go to Evie's recommended.
What would happen if you took Wegovy to help regulate?
Please, no ads. Please. Okay, we're gonna go to Evie's recommended. It's just some internet drama. But whether we like it or not, internet drama does affect real people behind the screen. Like, it really does affect people's lives and well-beings. Ooh, my internet, the light in my room just flashed. I think... Oh, Twitch scrubbing! I've seen them before. Okay, so we're checking out a recommended video. Mint fans are outraged after the fan gets cancelled, called out for liking children. Which is not what it said, but it's close enough. It's exactly what this other word is. Kids. Fizzdon VTuber drama. Yes, says Evie. Oh, okay, then maybe next time, says Blood Badger. Yeah, not right now. I don't know why. Maybe later. Yeah, if you want me to return to it, just post it in Discord in our Let's React page. I can dedicate a live stream where we react to spooky stuff. I think I have a limit on psychological horror. It'll bring my mood down and put me in a dark place, and I don't want to go there right now. It's so dark to say. I don't want to go to my dark place right now. Maybe later. Oh my goodness. My attention span, why is it so short?
Hello everyone and welcome to another brand new video in the VTubing sphere, because right now a very popular VTuber is, well, basically making other people get attacked because of them being fans of said VTuber. Now this may be a weird way.
They're being attacked because they're fans of lollies. Let's just say the word, my dude. Lollies. Lollies is like Lolita. It's a very youthful characters, but they're all fictional. Some people get a little bit more into the role playing of they're more than just a youthful character. Some people, for example, I had a chibi lolly VTuber. I say both because I preferred it to be like a chibi, but it could also, honestly, the design could have been lolly. So I don't, in my mind, it just depends on what kind of direction you want to go into with content. You can go into lolly VTubing and do more adult ASMR stuff. People do. I think when they start pulling out nooks and baby diapers, that's the limit for me. For their model. With this fetishizing, I think when people get a little too in that direction of like baby toddler elements to their lolly VTuber, start pulling out stuff like that. I never did that. Everybody has a different kind of fandom they want to feed into that just happens to be theirs. I haven't seen anybody as of recent go viral for that. I think if they went viral for it, they probably would be slam dunked all over Twitter. Yes, is Evie. Yes. So it really depends. I only did one ASMR with my chibi lolly VTuber because I'll say both. I'm I'll say both. Where it was kind of like a wild, weird one. I thought it was funny, but I didn't realize it could be seen as a fetish. I don't have to go into that one. I put it on private because I thought, never mind. I thought it was funny. Apparently not. You think I would have known? It's so cursed. It was a cursed ASMR with humorous elements to it, but it's because I'm not too. It's not my forte, ASMR. I'm sure there can be one that's soothing. I know, Evie, you mentioned Nova, who's a VTuber. She does where she experiments on her audience members, her community members. I could probably do something different with my theme. Maybe. Give me some thoughts, some ideas of ASMR role playing you think I could do with my current model and theme. Your suggestions would be great and helpful. You can recommend it on Discord or on this live stream in the comment section below.
Explain it. Basically, one other YouTube content creator who's been like a kind of a big hyper fan of a certain content creator known as Mint, who is kind of like also associated with the FaZe Connect circle. I've kind of seen them floating around, collabs, etc., etc. And as well as even kind of reacting to some of the FaZe Connect members. So if you guys want to check that out on the channel, I'll have that either linked down below or just, creep on the channel, drop a sub, whatever you guys want to go and do. But this one's an intriguing one because right now, the last like 3 days, there's been some side dramas where a lot of these like kind of normies, if you will. It's kind of strange calling people normies, but I guess as I've been ingrained into the VTubing world, I can kind of like appreciate what VTubing is, the weirdities of it all. And yeah, I can go a little far. Some people can go a little parasocial. People can be a little bit weird. But that's kind of, I think, pretty much every fandom at this point. I've seen some crazy people in Love Island. I saw some crazy people like in Mr. Beast. You know, it is what it is. If you have enough subs, you're going to get some strangities, if you will.
I haven't yet. You guys are all sweet and polite. I have gentlemen in chat. If you guys got a little freaky, you never posted it or made me uncomfortable. Thank you so much. Thank you guys for not making me uncomfortable. Yeah, you guys are a lot different than most fandoms. I think because we're so small, I haven't seen anything crazy. A little bit. But nothing. I don't get spammed on Twitter. I don't get any weirdos on Twitter, that's for sure. I guess it's my personality. I have a very strong personality. So nobody wants to dance with this tiger girl over here. I have tiger themed for a bathing suit. I'm like a bunny hybrid angel themed VTuber. Yeah, so I don't get that actually. I think they are more scared of me than I am of them. I can understand. I don't know, maybe it's my vibe, like don't mess with me kind of vibe. Don't tweet or ask me for pictures of feet. I don't get none of those stuff ever. I think it's my personality for sure. No one just wants to mess with me. They're not going to be like, "Hey Ruby, I got a weird question for you, Ruby." You know? And they start asking weird stuff. Like I don't get none of that disrespect, thank God. It's so funny that other people get it. They're like, "Hey guys, I'm posting on Twitter because I feel the need to have to let you know about boundaries. Don't ask me for feet pictures in my Twitter chat or my Discord chat. It's against community guidelines to be a creep." And I see people post that. I don't know how real or true it is, but I'm sure it happens. It has not ever happened to me. So it's like I can debunk the general notion that it happens to all content creators. Nobody want to mess with me. I wouldn't either. No, it's my personality. It's just, you can feel it. It's like, I don't know if she'd appreciate. No, maybe that's a good thing. PK says, I like those ironic ASMR videos where it's like, girlfriend hits you with the frying pan or something lame. Or laughing my ass off. Yeah, I can do something weird and quirky. I like that kind of quirky kind of role play. Blood Badger says, I'm kind of disappointed that I don't see the whole taco thing. It was probably funny. You remember? So I commissioned an art animation of my original character, Sprinkles, eating a burrito on the toilet. And the whole story ridiculous, supposed to be comical because it was my first ASMR live stream. And I did not have the tools, I didn't have the microphone, I didn't have the gadgets for the tingling sensation. I literally had storytelling, my ADHD, and an animated sequence of my character eating a burrito on the toilet. The story is I knock on your door, you let me in. I say I have to use your bathroom. The most ridiculous story ever that you'll never see. And then a good portion of it is me eating a burrito on your toilet. Just being a little stinker. The whole thing was being a stinky, cute, chibi lolly character eating a burrito on the toilet. That was the whole story. And that was it. Because I didn't have any creative foundation for, what would my audience like? I don't know. Let me just do a gag. Honestly, that ASMR burrito was a gag, really. The whole thing was just me trolling you, if I'm being honest. The ASMR was me trolling. People are like, oh, she's gonna do something very saucy and like, ear tingly and romantic. And I do the most gross, unhygienic skit ever. Because that's not what people were expecting. And I thought, I can only be cringy. I'd have to really skit it out. I'd have to I'd probably need someone to write out the story for me to follow along because I could not commit to anything for ASMR. I'm completely random. But yeah, that was the ASMR. Super cringy. Yeah, that was my first ASMR. Other people look back at their ASMR and they're probably like, yeah, it's not as cringy as mine. I could do another one. I have some ideas in mind, but let's continue. It's a good thing you'll never see it. It was a nightmare for me and for the people watching. But thank you so much for the support on that live stream. I did have a lot of people who thought it was pretty funny because I think they also know I was trolling. So a weird inside community joke with me. Oh god.
But right now I'm kind of been seeing like a big influx of VTuber hate, VTuber critiques, and this one I think is just overall stupid. Because this content creator called Fiznum, hopefully I'm saying it correctly, has been called out for being a, person who appreciates people that you should not be appreciating due to their age differences.
Basically liking young, youthful characters that could be considered children. I could translate for Mr. Twitch Scrubbing. That's his community name. I'm not sure that's what he calls himself, but that's what he's essentially saying. The person got called out for liking what could be seen as underage children, but that's where the line gets drawn. I understand the big divide. This is an interesting topic to end with. My god. This needs a whole nother live stream. This cannot fit into the last 5 to 10 minutes. Evie says, I'm going to be honest, with lollies, it's fine to look at art, but people need to be careful not to get too into the weird mentality too much, because we know why they get attacked. Yes. Thank you, Evie. Thank you for summarizing. Yes. Well, some people, I think looking at it and appreciating art is great. Thumbs up from me. I think when it takes a darker turn into wanting to get freaky and intimate with lollies, that's a big for me. I don't think it's okay to... I think there's a very gray line when it comes to romanticizing lollies. They're not literal children. And yes, the voice actress behind the lolly is a grown woman, probably in her 30s or 20s, or late 40s, voicing characters. Yes, the voice actress is an adult, more than likely. It's not a real child voicing some fictional character, at best. Same goes for VTubers, but I think, honestly, I couldn't disagree with Evie. I'm in agreement. I think people go a little too far into this unhealthy space where it could easily lead you into going into a community where people also like lolly art, but for other reasons, for more self-pleasuring reasons. And so when people get really attached to a character and get a little disillusioned, and I think that's an easy, it sounds ridiculous, but I think there is a slight slippery slope in the anime sphere when it comes to lolly icons and fan bases, where you could end up sharing where you could be talking to some how do I put it? A person who likes lollies for sensual reasons and not just for the fun of anime, and they could it is an easy way for to how do I put this? How do I put this in words? I did not expect us to be talking about this today. Sometimes you both like the same character, but one person likes it a little bit more than, let's say, you, for example. And they could also be into other stuff too, on top of liking lolicons in a more sensual way, is the way I can put it. Without YouTube being like, Ruby, you can't say that. Even though it happens, I think some people, sometimes you can be easily misguided into start engaging in a community where they like lolicons not because it's a character, but because of how youthful they are and how childlike they appear. And then it can take a darker turn, so you should always be careful who you're talking to online when it comes to fandoms, especially in the lolly fandom, because there's a clear divide between, oh, I really like this character and it's a great anime. I like the voice actress, she's really cool. There's that grounded, I touch grass perspective. Yeah, pretty cool actress. I really love how she voices this lolly icon I enjoy. Let's say, for example, let's name one. It's called Dragon Maid Sama. It's called Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid. And then we're gonna go to character. She's a really cute character. Kana. Kana is this really cute lolly character. And she's from Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid. It's one thing to appreciate the character, and another thing to fall madly in love with said character and fantasizing them in a more sensual way. You could easily accidentally open up Pandora's box and start socializing with people who not only like fictional childlike characters, they're not actual children, but they're characters, and then you could easily end up slipping on the slippery slope into a community where not only do they like lolly characters, but they like IRL stuff. Yeah. Eva says, I'm going to be honest with lollies. Let's see. Yeah, I think you summarized it really well. I'm sorry, guys. That took a even. I said I wasn't gonna go into anything psychologically dark, and here I am on a whole nother take. Oh god, this could be easily 30 minutes. I need a summary. I need a summary. I need a summary. I'm gonna have to come back, guys. This is too dark for me. This is also too dark now. Okay, if I could. You don't like children for liking lollies. Lollies are a fictional character. Henya the Genius is a. I'm gonna misspell it. Okay, Henya the Genius is an adult woman who makes content, and she is a lolly icon. She's an example. Let me take my own take. I think I know where that video is gonna go. It's where people are pointing fingers about the other person liking lollies and for some reason thinking that it equals liking children, which are two totally different things. But Henny the Genius is a live streamer. She was once a part of VSojo. She's a great example of a popular lolly icon. She's really cute, but she is in fact an adult woman voicing a youthful character, youthful depicted character. Liking Henya the Genius doesn't equal you are a predator. It doesn't equal you are a PDF file. Gotta use that word. Does not equal that. It's other people who get... It's not everybody, not everyone. Some people are PDF files that like lolly icons, and some people are not. So you got this weird gray area where it's a mixture of both, if I'm being blunt. Not to say that they are, but there is that. Yeah. If you like Henya the Genius, it does not equal PDF file. It just means anime. You like the character. Who's another good example of a lolly icon? We're going to explore this briefly because I think it's better if I summarize it with you. I think Evie had a great take. Really simple. I misspelled that. Oh god. Lolik? Lolly icon. How about... I'm probably misspelling it. Okay, here it is. Cat and Chat 2 years ago. Lolly VTuber group. So this is an example of what lolly characters can also look like right above me. Sometimes they look super chibi-ish. I would think they're chibis, but some of them say it's a lolly. So there's this really... Rev says Desu is really good at explaining it. He's pretty on the nose. His character is in fact a lolly. So this is Rev says Desu. Talks about pretty much anything, covers drama content, VTuber content, but also IRL streamers. Hassan, Asmongold. It's demon time! I forgot your name. I'm so sorry. Miskiff, thank you. Thank you, universe. Miskiff. But his character is in fact a lolly icon. Does that mean it's sensual content? No. This is the kind of content he makes. He does a lot of live reacts. Henya, on the other hand, does games. She does chatting streams. She does ASMR. So lolly does not equal this negative PDF file category. There are people who have other creative ways of like making content. This is merch from Rev says Desu. I don't want to misrepresent their community. Is there a lolly community? I would say so. Was I a part of it? Nah. I was too much of... I was on my own island. I missed opportunity to hang out with the lollies as a former chibi lolly. I say chibi lolly because that's how long I refer to myself as a chibi. Because I was in denial that I was really a lolly. And that's why I didn't upgrade, because I didn't realize... I didn't know how to continue on with that brand, so it just felt easier to rebrand as well, amongst other things. So this would be considered a lolly, and this is the content he makes. Social rate media reactions. And he has a plushie. Pretty cool. Pretty cool stuff. Sorry, I'm looking at the other... I should honestly just move my model because I'm looking at the screen. So this is his content. Not pretty risque, is it? No, it's just normal content. That's his wife, Straub. Straub is his wife. We're gonna go check out Straub, who is also a lolly. She's also a lolly VTuber. I just wanted to show you examples because I know we could sit there for that 24-minute video. Thank you so much, Evie, for recommending that video. But he kind of rambles a bit. And that would be like a 45-minute live reaction when I could just do like my take on different content creators you could look at, their lolly icons, but you don't see any ASMR, you don't see anything that's very sensualized on their character. You know, it really just depends on the person behind the avatar. Are there some on YouTube? I'm sure there is. Do I know of any? No, I don't. Those are not the lolly content I would look at. Ref says Desu, it just kind of has a very solidified, neutral perspective. It doesn't feel overwhelmingly like something you read on Twitter or on Reddit. It feels like you're having an actual conversation with him. And he's pretty... How do I put it? He's pretty grounded. I think it's really hard to find grounded content creators. I try being grounded. I don't want to be lost in the cloud of social media and opinions. I like to have my own opinion, and this is my opinion. Lolicons are not bad. Liking them does not mean you're a PDF file. Have to say it really slow there because of YouTube and certain words. It does not equal that. Is because you are my community, and I was a chibi lolly prior to the rebranding. I would never want you to ever feel that way. That's not the content I made. I made a lot of gaming content. I did one cringy trolling ASMR. I never want any of you to feel like that, ever. You're not. Our community is way far away from that kind of. Yeah, there are communities out there for that, but that's not ours. If you look at a lot of my live streams, if someone ever does a synopsis of my content, you're not going to find anything risque or centered around. What is the word? There's a word for it. You're not going to find anything like that, period. That's not my community. And a lot of times, Rev says Desu, because he has a lolly avatar, emphasis on avatar, he doesn't actually look like a vampire girl in real life. But sometimes people, they forget to be grounded and that the internet is really much for entertainment or for information. True words, says Virgil. Exactly. You guys are not. You're not PDF files, okay? You're not for liking my content. And I don't. If at some point someone does a synopsis where they completely disregard me literally stating that's not the content I made, period, they can dig through the long, long videos of technical issues. A rambling person, such as myself. You can't find nothing on me, baby. I am squeaky clean, other than me cursing. That's the worst. Oh my god. Yeah, I just wanted to clarify that. You guys are cool. Yeah, Rev says Desu's community is pretty cool too. I like he addresses it. He's probably like the first content creator, VTuber, that was cutthroat and dry about his opinions. Form your own opinion. You know, go check out those content creators. Henya the Genius, Rev says Desu, Straub. I was actually looking for Straub, and I'm sad I cannot find her. Oh dear. Oh gosh. Ah! The dogs! The dogs! It's Straw VTuber. I can't. Can I find you? Where is she? Where are you? Please. Please. Darling Straub, finally. I finally found you. So Darling Straub is Rev Says Desu's actual wife. So here's a little sneak peek into the Lolly VTuber content creators. Rev Says Desu does a lot of live viral opinion takes, and Straub does. She also does something similar, but in her own way. She also covers drama content and plays games. So go check them out. Go show them some love and support. I think it's good to have your own opinion. I would never want to repeat someone else's. That's why I couldn't watch that guy's video. He seemed really cool. Seemed like a chill dude, but I felt like I was being spoon-fed, and I really appreciate it when you kind of get put in a position as a audience where like, what do you think? What do you guys think? You know, I gave my take, but what do you really think about this whole take about lolly VTuber icons, which are really just people? And yeah, I don't see anything on here that looks suspicious. I could even go back. Yeah, yapping marbles because I miss you. Pretty wholesome stuff. Wait, what is this? ASMR. Santa's Little Helper. Aw, look at that. She's reading you a bedtime story. Santa's Little Helper writes and mails Christmas cards. I think she literally does mail it to her audience members. I would have to click. Hold on. I would have to click. No, she just storytelling. Sorry, fast. I'm going like super fast. Yeah, no, she just reads you guys a story. It's so cute. Pudding. Okay, backspace. So cute. Oh, she does Bible study. Oh my gosh. I just noticed. All right, I heard about that. Lol, so crazy, says PK. Wait, which part? Evie says also Offkai Expo got into drama, which a very saucy website had their booth in the middle of all the ages area of the con. Virgil says, it's mixing virtual and fictional stuff to IRL, which is not right. Yeah, I don't think people should. I think there's a clear division of fictional, characters, but also acknowledging the person behind it. Yeah, this is a fictional avatar, right? But the person behind it is a real person. Let me look at it off Kai while we're here together. Off Kai Expo! Drama. Oh dear. Sorry about that, guys. They're go. I don't know. Dogs are dogs. I don't think there's much I can do about that. They're gonna bark. That's normal. It says Ruby says Virgil. Virgil. Hello, Virgil. Eva says even those who complain about lollies, they shouldn't go into the same anime spaces which we know their fault to go into because they think it's trendy. I don't think they should. Let me go handle something real quick. My dogs are barking. Not my feet. My dogs are barking can also reference to like your feet. Alright, yeah, that's crazy. Look at that. Off-Kai situation just took a crazy turn. Oh god. Oh my gosh. Off-Kai situation! More Kazuna! I have to overhear. I have to literally cuddle my dogs so they stop barking. I literally have to cuddle them. Moving to an apartment from a house is a big adjustment. So if you guys ever do that and you have dogs, just know they're gonna go through withdrawals where they feel like they have to protect your space, not knowing they really can just relax. It's more instinctual. Before, like if I lived back at home at a residence, this would not be a big deal. I would just close the door. But when you live in an apartment complex, it's like it's okay for them to bark, but not continuously. Ah, it says Dark Buddy. I saw Kirchi's stuff about Offkai. They had a Fansly booth accessible to everyone. There should be an 18 plus section. There always is when I go to an anime expo, anime fest, or an A-con. Those are an example of like conventions I've gone to. They always have an 18 plus section, so it does not make sense to me why they did not at Offkai. I mean, the parents brought their children to this convention. If anything, the parents should take responsibility for looking after their kids, especially if they're underage, under the age of 18, around adult content. And Offkai, it's a neutral ground. Offkai should have had an 18 plus section where you have to prove your age. I think Offkai, I understand hosting conventions is probably really difficult. So I can see all the fingers being pointed everywhere. It's a two-way street, guys. The convention should be self-aware and have some rules and guidelines to 18 plus content, adult content, especially if they're featuring or selling magazines, hentai magazines, for example. And parents bringing their children, buying these tickets to Offkai Expo should also take responsibility for where their kids are and who their kids are talking to. Because at conventions, there are some creepies, creepy crawlies, people walking around wanting to socialize with some youngsters over the same character they like or content creator they enjoy. But, there's just stranger danger. What happened to that? Stranger danger. Let's get it playing. Now this I can't. I can digest this. He'll ask questions and he'll leave it up to you to decide. What do you guys honestly think? What should have Offkai done better? And what should parents do next time at the convention. Because if I had kids and I brought them to a convention, I'm going to have some strict rules and guidelines of where we're going to go and what we're going to do, because that's what it was like when I was a kid. I went to conventions with my tia Jules, and she was very on top of, we're going to go do this, this, and this. We're not going over there because that's for adults. When you're of age and you want to go to the adult section, I won't go with you, is what she said. This is me sharing my time going to conventions. Tia Jules, my tia, my auntie, said, when you're of age and you want to go to that section to look at adult stuff, you can do that when you are over 18. But since you're not, you're going to do what I say, and we're going to go to the places I think, you know, your parents would appreciate you seeing more of, like plushies, manga, seeing like people performing live action little skits, going to the food court. That was my experience growing up. I think I've gone to conventions since I was 10. So I can vouch that an adult figure, if they can pay your ticket, they should be responsible for what you do. Because I was 10 years old going to conventions, and I still had a trusted adult, a relative, my auntie, Tia, who actually was careful about what we saw. And we avoided creepers, that's for sure. There were a lot of people wanting to talk to, for whatever reason, a 10-year-old girl. For whatever reason. Some people are just really friendly, and they forget, oh yeah, that's a child. How about no? No. Whenever we bought stuff at tables, my tia was the one talking to the vendor, you know, because she was the one buying us at least, like, I think we could buy something under $20. She, like, really spoiled us. She's like, I'll buy you something, but it has to be under $20. And if it's not, it can be a bunch of different things under $20. Hello, PK. Hello, PK. Captain Prince II. Hello, hi. How are you? Hi, guys. Evie says, this is why I have to be careful with my niece, since I don't want her to watch some VTubers until she's old enough. You really do. And you can't really control, you can monitor as much as you want, but you really can't control what your kids do or don't do. That's like the bottom line. You try your best to make sure they don't interact in adult spaces with adults. And yeah, because it can introduce fetishes and things they're too young to be exposed to. That's why. And some parents are okay with that. Some parents are okay with you being exposed at the age of 10 or 11 when you should be thinking about being a kid and waiting till you get older. Like, adult stuff is always going to be there when you're older. Like, you're not missing out on anything. You're not missing out on anything as a kid. You're only a kid once, and then for the rest of your life, you're an adult. Right, jump in.
So over the past couple of days or so, we've been covering Off-Kai, which of course is one of the biggest VTuber conventions there is. And well, we've been covering some of the more so not positive sides of things, including the whole fancy booth thing, which we've talked about. But of course, there's been a lot of positive things as well, including things like, you know, the Wildcard Club. Of course, they announced a lot of things over at the Spotlight stage on Off-Kai Gen 5. And you can see, yeah, it's obviously a project with Doki Bird, IMS, Armely, and Rim Penrose, which is very exciting to see. And of course, it is great to see that Off-Kai, of course, did manage to get the chance to, you know, present this, right? Because, of course, it provides it more legitimacy, and obviously a lot more people will probably end up going for big announcements like this, and maybe it will kickstart even more big announcements like this, kind of, you know, premiering at kind of VTuber conventions specifically like this, because, again, it doesn't really happen so much. It happens a lot with anime conventions and whatever. Of course, big anime studios announce their anime during anime conventions, but with VTuber stuff, you never really see that many announcements and things, which, of course, it was cool to see the Wildcard Club obviously give more kind of information on what they will be and things at Off-Kai itself, right? But what exactly is going on with Off-Kai now? Well, essentially, some people are pretty mixed on a new announcement that they just put out recently, which was this one, saying, "Get ready to blossom into a fantastical spring. Off-Guy Expo 2027 will be held in San Jose from April 16th to April 18th. So as you can see here, this is the kind of little teaser thing they did. I don't know if the music's copyright, so I'll just mute it. But you can see they got the Sakura stuff there, and then they say 2027, and yeah, April 16th to April 18th. So,
okay, so he's talking about it. He's talking about it. Is this recent? This is 6 hours ago. Okay. So he's talking about it. He's talking about it.
the closest time possible, at least, or at least try to get some kind of what do you call that, yearly thing going with the convention center to be like, okay, we'll book out this slot every single.
Okay, that's not what I was looking for. Sorry, sorry, cousin. That's not what I'm looking for. Found it. There it is. Found it. Sorry. I found what I was looking for. Off-Kai Fansly booth drama gets worse on day 2.
So it seems like Off-Kai is finally over. So obviously it's the 27th today. Off-Kai ended on the 26th, and there's been a couple of cool announcements and things that have come from it. Honestly, apart from the stuff that we talked about recently, I don't mind Off-Kai that much, right? But again, I think a lot of the issues with this one booth that a lot of people have been talking about has definitely painted a pretty, kind of bad look, I guess, for them. And I think a lot of people are kind of frustrated by it, despite obviously, how much it does do for VTubing and kind of getting a lot of VTubers a cool event to go to, right? And VTuber fans. But essentially, yeah, if you didn't know, there's been a lot of controversy surrounding one booth at Off-Kai, being the Fansly booth, which again, they essentially have made the situation a little bit worse, because as you can see here, this is actually the second post they have made. They made one post before on Off-Kai Day 1, where they said, hey, we're like here, and this is the booth that we've got. And apparently this booth is so big that people are using it as like a GPS metric for people to find other booths, right? Like they're saying, where are you? Oh, I'm like east of the Fansly booth, right? That's like what they're saying. It's almost like I don't know how to describe it, like the mecca of like Off-Kai. It's so big, it's so just noticeable that you can't really avoid it, right? And the big issue that people have had with this is the fact that this company is obviously has been in the exhibitor hall. And the exhibitor hall is obviously open to everybody, including obviously 13-year-olds and up, who are allowed to attend the event or go around the event without any guardian or anything like that, right? And this booth is, very much within all of this, right? Now, Off-Kai does have a separate section for 18 plus stuff and things like that, which we covered. But Fansly, for some reason, wasn't included in that, which a lot of people were very confused at. Because again, I think it's totally okay to have a separate kind of area for it if you just check like people are at the right age and whatever. But people are concerned about the fact of, obviously children running about and, coming across this and maybe even taking a photo of the QR code that they have up here, which sends you to a site with a bunch of different VTubers, as we covered in the last videos. We've got people like Camilla and Cottontail and Vexoria, people.
Yes. So I've never been to Off-Kai. I know it's a big event. I only go to conventions in Texas so far from my personal experience. So the booths look very clean, but if it is adult content and adult content creators, I am 18 plus, by the way. I'm not for kids, but just wanted to do that little brief disclaimer. I have it everywhere, 18 plus, even like a notification with the little chicken duck on the screen that appears every 5 to 10 minutes, maybe even 15 to 30 minutes. I think it's every 30 minutes. Evie says the actual PDF file was behind the whole slander against me, which he sent those gimmick accounts and political influencers to attack and ruin my reputation. I'm very sorry for that, Evie. I don't think it's great when people are attacking you for whatever reason. It just doesn't sound very logical. I don't see why they would. Unless it was cosplay related. So then I'd get, like, there maybe be sometimes slandering is used to discredit you, and in turn, is used as a mechanism to socially construct a downfall for you. So I think they just didn't have good intentions overall, and I'm very sorry you experienced that. Thankfully, I have not. I have not experienced anything like that. I have not connected with people to be that close. I think I'm fortunate enough to not have experienced a whole lot of misfortune. I think it's because I stay by myself in my bubble with you. I hardly ever collab with other people, and probably is good for me. I see collaborations with other content creators can go sour. Cinder is a great example. If you don't know her, Cinder is a VTuber artist, and she plays a lot of games. She sings. Her and her artist did not end on good terms, and it went viral. Shy Lily was involved. A lot of her close friends were there. I would say, Bao the Whale was also involved, if not the center of all the conflict. So yeah, maybe it's good I don't. Maybe it's a good thing. There are other content creators too that also agree. Ah. Ah. I haven't, but I want to. I don't want that to be the reason why I don't. So I am open to like socializing, collaborating, all that good stuff. But where is this going, my dude? Where is this going? Where is this going?
Like that, right? The people who make content on the site, which again, no one has any problem with them making things on a site. Well, some people do, but that's not my problem. And I think the majority of normal people's problems, nobody cares about, if people make content on the site or even about the site itself, right? It's more so just the kind of location of this booth or whatever you want to call it. And, the fact that Offka hasn't really responded to any of it, or maybe like reassured some people that it was going to be okay. Now, I've had some comments as well. Some people asking like, how many kids would be attending the event? And, like, it costs a lot to travel to a place like this and things like that. But you got to understand, there definitely are, plenty of people who would go this far that would be under the age of 18. And sometimes it would be the fact of, it's not even necessarily them traveling on their own. They could be with their family. And some people are saying, well, they're with a guardian, which sometimes, that would make sense, right? The guardian can just kind of like be like, no, don't look at that, and just kind of move them away, right? But at the same time as well, there's also many that just go, all right, go have fun, and then they'll go and have like a coffee at the cafe, like, or whatever they have there. I don't know exactly what kind of beverage stations they have there, but you get what I mean, right? Some parents just go, all right, go have fun, and say, if you need me, I'll be right here. And it's a very common thing. So I wouldn't just assume that every single parent is keeping an eye on them and making sure that they aren't going into places like this. And honestly, I think it's more so on the event for them, kind of putting this in, the exhibitor space. So
they clearly have, and I'll have to do this, they clearly have some sort of ropes here where I think the idea was that you would have to be admitted into the space, but with the whole QR code being on the side, it's very accessible. I think it was poorly planned. I can see why a lot of people went crazy over it. A lot of these spaces are for adults and aren't very family friendly, not at all times. The social events are planned by adults who have money to go to the event, to spend money. So I think that's why it tends to be overlooked, because you have to consider, well, let's say they have a my southern accent came out. Let's say they have a ticket for children, right? Under the ages of like 12, and they get a discount compared to the adult ticket for the basic price for like a weekend event. Sometimes they have different tiers for paying for how soon you can get into the event. Sometimes it's like the adventurer ticket, or it's the it could be like this super long funny title like the super golden adventurer ticket, and it's like the top ticket you buy that could be $170, give or take, or more, for you to be admitted faster into the event versus a weekend ticket, which could be like the basic adventurer ticket title. They have all sorts of like really kind of funny, humorous titles for admitting into events like this one. And then you have to go and wait through the whole entire line. Takes longer to get in versus the golden ticket for the adventurer, and so on and so on. So if you're selling tickets for children, I think there will be children sort of mindset. Ugh, what a wild one. I did not miss out on this convention. I do apologize, Kazuna. Oh god, oops.
See the board or anything like that. It's just more so things, for example, like the QR codes that people are a little bit worried about, because again, you know, kids have phones, they can look up these QR codes and then instantly they get exposed to some pretty suggestive media. Now, the actual websites themselves didn't actually, you had to log in to see the like, you know, nudity and whatever that was included on the website, but a lot of the other videos that weren't censored and you could just look at straight up, they were still extremely suggestive and extremely, you know, they were if they weren't showing things off, they were talking about a lot of things, right? Which again, you know, that's fine for their content, but it's not so fine if you're letting anybody view this, right? And obviously, yeah, people saying, have you ever considered not advertising to kids? Saying, why are you promoting blank to children?
I'm surprised nobody highlighted why are you selling tickets for families to bring their children if it's not a safe space for families to do that. I think that's what I would have highlighted first because I don't feel like anybody's talking about that. Let's say, hold on a second. Let's go to, I don't know if they're selling tickets anymore. I did not buy one. Let's see real quick. Offkai tickets. Okay, we're going to the registration page. Accept all. All right. Okay, I found exactly. Okay, I'm going to do my spin-off. So if you guys were wondering, I'm going to do my little spin-off. Okay, guys, if this is not clear to anybody who has a child, I'm about to flip it. Don't worry. I have it transformed. So this clearly says for Offkai Expo official VTuber convention, July 24th to the 26th of 2026 for San Jose, California. Child badges. I mean, come on. Come on, guys. Child badges. Is nobody highlighting this? Is nobody highlighting this? There will be children. Children under the age of 13 must be accompanied by an adult chaperone at all times during Offkai Expo. I don't think a lot of adults chaperoning at Offkai with children got that memo. It's not a playground, guys. It's a two-way street. It's a double-edged sword. There's gonna be adult things. Maybe they should have secured it better, and there should have been staff waiting there to let you see it. But that's pretty. Yeah. Is nobody highlighting this? Hello, it's in words. It's in bold letters. Child badge. There's gonna be children. I can't with people. I can't with people, guys. I can't. I can't with people. Hello! So that's my little spin commentary on what Kazuya has to say. Yeah, I think...
in the separate kind of ID'd place where all the other kind of 18 plus stuff is, because of course there is like this kind of, you know, I don't know if you call it like a subculture in VTubing that has a lot of lewd stuff and things like that people enjoy and want to, you know, like and whatever, and that's fine, right? It's just more so, yeah, like what are we doing? Like it should be in like a separate space where, you know, obviously as I said, kids shouldn't be able to just like run around it and go into it, right?
It takes so much for me to just mute the desktop audio mixer that I showed you earlier to not cut off my mic. Anyway, yeah, pretty much. I think if you don't want children to be there, you should either not have Fansly. Tell Fansly, hey buddy, hey, we shall, oh god, what am I saying? We sell children tickets. And, you know, just like kind of wrap your arm around them. Hey there, Fansly. Get nice, close, and comfortable. Hi. There will be children here. Please have staff monitoring your section area at all times. Please and thank you. We don't want this to happen again. The QR code, have a staff member. Okay, here. People are going to argue, but Ruby, the freaking barcode, Ruby, how am I supposed to get a hold of it? You can literally type in Google Fansly, and I'm sure you'll find exactly what you're looking for. I don't think it takes much of a brain to Google Fansly. And if there was a person there, okay, the solution is remove the barcode, have staff there, and it looks like it's a square, right? It's a square rectangle. Have staff, have 4 different staff members rotating with the other staff members for this section so they're not exhausted. You know, have certain people there scheduled for the morning and the afternoon so that way they can get breaks and get water and not be stuck there all day. Because it doesn't look like very packed, right? It's just something for you to look at. It's kind of almost like a monument to Fansly. I don't see any staff members. Maybe that was the point for their safety. Maybe it was for their privacy more so online. They don't want to be there as you take a picture of Fansly. They're probably off to the side, maybe, give or take, in a photo. But yeah, remove the barcode, have a staff member where you have to ask the staff member, like they're like, hey, I have a barcode, do you want it? And then it's like, yeah, sure, I would love that. And like, beep, scan, awesome. But they could have had it with a curtain where they could have been like, I don't know if that would even make a difference. Maybe. But those are some ideas. It's better not allowing minors in the con. I think they should remove children tickets. If there's going to be a Fansly, it's like, hey guys, they're hosting an event and Fansly is going to be there. They can have, it sounds so unfair. It's like Fansly paid for this amount of time to have their booth, right? Advertising what they do. It feels a little unfair, and especially for people who enjoy it and to the families that had to worry about their kids getting into this stuff. I'm sure their kids were already aware of it, if I'm being honest. It's the internet. Evie says, I want to go to Offkai, but I need the money. Yeah, I didn't have the money either. I don't have the money to travel to California, let alone stay there and pay for expensive water bottle and have to get a taxi or a cab or an Uber or a Lyft because it's not safe to walk in California. Evie, I know certain VTubers who betrayed me and scammed me, which she has an account on that site. Oh, she does? Oh, wow. She made it big, didn't she? She made it real big. I don't know who she is, and I know that's your beef. Thank you for sharing. Probably as deep as I'll go, because I know you have personal wounds from that. And, you know, just be professional, guys. Just be professional. When it comes to content creation, I say be professional and... I don't have any further comments. I'll read it, but, you know, wishing you the best, Evie. I think you're doing fine rebranding. I think it's really hard when you have those situations and you feel unheard, isolated, and alone. And I hope you don't feel that way, Evie. And I'm sure a lot of people do when things like this happens. We're over here talking about Fansly, and they're getting a really bad rap for being there. There's probably a division on why people would either want or not want them at the next convention. I'd say just organize it differently, expecting children. Just go to their website. I think Fansly was more concerned about hosting than they were about what parents were going to do. Dark Buddy! Couldn't they have partitioned it off in a different part of the con as 18 plus only? You smart buddy, you. Boop! Boop! Boop you on the nose. Correct. Yes, they could have. It could have been like, hey guys, this is the 18 plus section, and there's like one entry and one exit to this section of this big giant building. It's like, you can't really get in, and there's somebody waiting there. Dude, you little genius. I'm over here trying to figure out, you know, the structure of this little area. I'm like hyper focused on what I'm seeing and not considering that, yeah, you know what? You're right. You're so right. I'm sure some buildings they could probably put giant tarps where it's like, oh yeah, don't go to the red tarps. Beyond the red tarps is the adult section, and there's like 18 plus signs everywhere. That is, you're so right. It's like all the naughty stuff in one little section. They could have. I think it was very disorganized. But without further ado, thank you guys. I want to thank you for joining me for stream and the yap sessions. Tons of yaps. A little touch on Offkai. Thank you, Kazuna, for having this video. Sorry, I'm just like not trying to step on my dogs or roll on them with my chair. Thank you all for tuning in for this yap session. I hope you guys stay safe out there. Leave a like if you want us to play the full version of the demo game. And Kodia, oh, that's so bad. I'm sorry. Oh no. Endacopia. If you guys want us to play it, leave a like, leave a comment. And if I can just reorganize. Trying to stay organized. And peace and love. And I'll catch you guys next time. I'll catch you Thursday for another cool demo. I hope we can play Endacopia. It's really bad for my dyslexia. Those letters are flipping, man. They're flipping in my brain as I read it. All the letters are flipping around. Endacopia. 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 Peace and love. Get night sleepies. Don't be too spooked. Bye-bye, guys.